ni nyina wo Spain yesi baako de balance bi enim ska bi eni account dim ena baako 44 million pounds yes 44 million ena na ewom ena mo check here into 2 bank accounts ena wo ho asese no baako de yesi hwe kura enim baako de ska wom echomo se 1 million no enye ska bi ama no. Okay, so then there is a caveat again. Almost say account no back no you see the ensato so na back so almost check here no no na skaka kura na ska wom near 51,000 euros, just 51,000 euros and there was our account in him and no yes the first one the ensato so that crave freezing and juma biem because of na wo in sembi wo ho kra ansa na rape case ne nyema esa ba be bom e wo asema ne lawyer the call court no say the client no very broke and you niske bia na se so do na account ba ko bi o Brazil or negative balance of about 17,000 we player emre bi etwem no ne say o be 47 million pounds in fortune and they say Daniel Alves niska almost 51,000 per and that account ba ko ne the ensato so asempa ni. Yes, 𝐒𝐈𝐕𝐄 could be a missing piece for England. Yes, he's a wonder kid. I was saying England for any team corner hopa. Yes, together with Anthony Gordon and Ezra Konsa. Omoya Mrante bi say to me Eddie Omokupie Euros na a bit my boy England papa penti Gary Southgate Oman ni enko Sam Mrante Omoba. Yes, 𝐒𝐈𝐕𝐄 ankasa the ocean. He's like a missing piece for the England national team. Yes, be a woman to me, in Konyawa Euros, no, they could be starmen for their countries. 𝐒𝐈𝐕𝐄 count, Sasana Anthony Gordon, and so count Italy, and so a Brante Bay, Raul Bellanova, one also Asia kind of Empoli, or also count Sasana Guglielmo, a Vicario of Tottenham Hotspur. Yes, you also could be a starman for Italy. Yes, Spain, also a Brante Bay, Paul Kubesi, or no, you're just 17 years of age, you see a kind of Barcelona. Danny Vivian, Athletic Bilbao midfielder, or just 24 years of age. Germany, so yes, Maximiliano, Mr. that, or also Asia kind of Stuttgart, or 27 years. Also, Portugal, Jota Silva, Osia kind of Victoria Gumiras, or also a brand I see any and Quanahui. Copa America basso so Brazil for so Brante be friend Savio or also see a kind of Girona just 19 years spent with or after this season or in any extra Manchester City. You see he could be a superstar for Brazil. So also Pablo Maya and so see a kind of Sao Paulo. Declan Rice no so on the one pie. Is hoping say the Arsenal teammate Ben White will be England exile now work on Ben White one can say England team no almost be him for now. He will decide when to come back. Also on the and can train him say Ben White ever says an Adrian was back to England team name say Ben White quality so one and what then over country Lions team no more the Koyusa a bit me abua. Brazil and Spain ever bought a year friendly match be na and a press conference no course on na Vinicius Junior Real Madrid a year superstar and a quarter say our press conference now say na first questioner and Central Phobia and say what does he think about a year racism in general and also a year in Spain Abrante Nintiman Casa and because he has been a subject of racial abuse in Spain for some time now in general and he name is and Vinicius Junior. Or say when you're just so be free of Madrid because of this racial abuse that meted at him. Also better now all my woman really one my woman nim kunim one dear or better now Real Madrid no what should I say. Yes, we do racism so nkunim na wo yes ade na any nesu nkunim na wo mani enye wo ho enti Vinicius Junior I na AJ say he is going to stay at Real Madrid and fight. When said Gerard Piqué on both Cristiano Ronaldo and Lionel Messi aboboda. Yes, Gerard Piqué was at Manchester United, if you don't know, some time back. When Ronaldo won and they were running Montoni players. He moved to Barcelona somewhere in 2008. Now, you're busy about the GOAT debate. So who does he think is the greatest? Gerard Piqué, in terms of talent, Omeka say Messi is number one, but also Cristiano Ronaldo has worked very well, and Onena compete for the top spots for several years. But on the party, he will choose Messi because Messi talent, and what now that will be say Messi. It is say and Kolana on your school. Omo yiro mu nsuya de, but the beba no odi first unti saa nipa no odi agro na okodi agro di na chi a wo be chiro pa o se saa na Messi tie. But Gerard Piqué say Messi talent and what even though he played with Cristiano and he knows the hard working nature of Cristiano, but on the point of shot Messi when him job choose Messi over Ronaldo. Is it true that Cristiano Ronaldo has no talent? Mintiasie Martin several times with people saying, oh, Ronaldo only talent and hard work. Just want to understand because when I look at Cristiano Ronaldo, I see pure talent. Yes, hard work they can home. Messi does it effortlessly. But how much can say Ronaldo need talent? Na ya na me dwen ho am say, well, yeah, share the news be call. But can just say Ashley Cole is part of the Hall of Fame now. Arsenal team are invincible 2003-2004 omoko unbeaten in the Premier League in home. We are not in any Chelsea G League in 2009-2010. In Arsenal no Chelsea in the Nyemamu ye demand kaka in terms of winning the Premier League 2009-10 NOJ Premier League in Bakoka. As I say, Ashley Cole, Aquacoka, a fellow Arsenal, a teammates, Omoka, a Hall of Fame. Players, which said Tony Adams, Dennis Beckham, So Campbell, Patrick Vieira, Thierry Henry, Omina Eka Hall of Fame. Chelsea, a Peter Cech, so Hall of Fame. Didier Drogba, Frank Lampard, Omina Hall of Fame. And to say Ashley Cole is the latest to join. Mefa we entwem quick one 2021 and almost started a year Hall of Fame no omo ayede omo kan ho no Steven Gerrard, Frank Lampard, Dennis Beckham, David Beckham, Roy Keane, Eric Cantona, Thierry Henry, and Alan Shearer. In 2022, omo ayede omo kan ho no Sergio Aguero, Vincent Kompany, Didier Drogba, Paul Scholes, Peter Schmeichel, Ian Wright, Wayne Rooney, and Patrick Vieira. In 2023, Tony Adams, Peter Cech, Rio Ferdinand, Arsene Wenger, and Sir Alex Ferguson. 2024, and Ashley Cole, Akanwo is the first on the list. A few transfer stories about you say an unknown Premier League club actually tia womo pe Bayer Leverkusen striker your friend Victor Boniface. You see he's a target for that Premier League club no. Na Premier League club need one person we see p about say team ye and as a team way and pe Abrante. Abrante no has scored 16 goals in 23 appearances so far for Bayer Leverkusen. Now you see he has attracted interest from a number of Premier League clubs. In Tiansha season we be Victor Boniface will see a kind of England. Any Omanphobia as a team main here strikers is here. Is it Arsenal? Is it Chelsea? Is it Man United? Is it Liverpool? Is it the baby? Yes, sir. Real Madrid has spent £1.5 billion and a year renovation. Bernabeu. £1.5 billion and they are spending their renovation. That is huge. Mr. Abrante Radio, I just will be free at Atletico Madrid. That one captain, I find 𝐒𝐏𝐂𝐊 was assigned a new contract. They say was assigned a new 1-year deal. He's now 32 years of age. Former teammate to Thomas Partey. 𝐒𝐏𝐂𝐊 is staying at the Wanda Metropolitano. I'm the best in our mabja for Bebli Nana Adu assassin Josiah Quaye. And so for messages on the fire WhatsApp line on 0506367196 making kind Ningina Eddie Amamo way a sports park here on Max 89.7 FM. Good morning, Nana Adu.
Good morning.
Yeah, maybe I'm a call.
Namedia Chairman now so
Jamiado here your uncle and one here.
That is the most important thing. On some the doors, the penny kakaka. They are fee. Once you one national assignment. Blaster against Uganda. You been at that room. A big and an important game. My Canadian idea say you in the old situation there, find yourself now. A big game today. JPL matches, so those kind of stuffs. I will start with your first story for the day. Abrante, your friend William Saliba. Me who said men kase mene dide disane nyaadwene ana se men dintu se bebiane the way I see for ball. But most of the times issues like this is so and you'll be a common. And they said they won't mess with him. How do you say star now person Obono Messi 15? Mutala, is there any coach in the world with Makasa?
In the world? So star Messi 15 and I say Ronaldo. Oh, Ronaldo they say at Bebli.
So
oh, of course. And I saw by Manchester United in the second spell. Ole Gunnar Solskjaer admitted say Ronaldo buy no e say o mo redeem. Who said before Ronaldo be ba no sir Man United had a good season with and Kola and Rashford money but Bayern they had to play through him. Even Messi PSG they had to play through Messi. It didn't work so much. But you'll be forced to put them in.
So at the end of the day, no then. Oh,
yes, because they are the best.
And the country America say, but the last World Cup, it was Konate Upamecano, right?
Yeah.
And here no it was Mtiti Varane, right? So no be fool say. Per the current former Saliba is shown. But I said this particular season. Oh, sure, be a club football. Yeah, he's the best centre half at France for
like 2 seasons.
Sir, remember the first season we cry
for like 2 seasons. He's been better than
the club side.
Club side, he's been better than Upamecano now.
Konate, sir.
Yeah, Konate too has been brilliant for.
But Saliba, they say, oh, you're consistent than Konate.
Yeah,
Konate 2 weeks, 3 weeks, we do also
injury no.
And the Ama Saliba no more consistent more. In the player bet Mawela or to say na say on to me the French national team man. May surprise kaka. The reason why me surprise kaka na say o show mo game na o mo German the boy na. Coach no ball kunde no all right back. No more Lucas Hernandez or left back. Benjamin Pavard don't move in the World Cup no. On no more right back. But Benjamin Pavard the ball central defense. No partner. Upamecano. The year I was World Cup no, it was Benjamin Pavard, Lucas Hernandez or left back, right back. And with all these players. Na say ndey ya babo na Konate ya available for selection na Hernandez and started and then Lucas Hernandez was left back and into Upamecano and Pavard the boss central defense na still William Saliba into my time to the first Lebanon. That is where the question mark is. Or
say William Saliba does things that he doesn't like and or say Saliba and more enough game Onya enough game time for the French national team so he's not calm. I said no open so be impressive.
But in the Arsenal team he's calm, he starts from the back, he's more like a leader at the back.
That is because he plays consistently. Or say France team because
then one about that.
I say that you more ahead of him.
I don't think there's any French and now.
France Germany. There was no Konate.
Yeah.
One a ball a centre back with Dayo.
It's Pavard.
Pavard is a right back.
He's a centre back.
Okay, he's a centre back. But this time, why is a Ben White DNB? For the larger part for the last 2 years.
He's naturally a centre back.
No, he's the enemy for the last 2 years.
Why is Ben White DNB? A clear example.
Even at like Ben White DNB. Bayern he was a right back.
But at some point he was being played.
No, but Bayern or ball primarily as right back. Near the 𝐾𝐂𝐊. It's a boy. Inter Milan or as right back.
No, ball right centre back.
Yeah, right centre. Okay, because of the 3-back system, no.
It means out of the match of do one who Pavard say Pavard near no. Do one who as a right back.
France won the ball too. Is it Jose Koundé?
Well, friendly match Koundé the boy. In which I had Koundé the ball.
It's Pavard. It's all boy who France team.
So Konate no hot bench.
Hot bench. Okay.
Konate ne Upamecano na first choice.
Okay.
Si Konate ni ho no bia force ka Konate anyway. Arsenal ni dia. Saliba no. And na Konate no so ni ho na ye de papa be central defense no. So ho na ama na quite say the first three ne kwa no nka ho. Na two, Mutala. Even in recent times no kwa no. Ebi baby a na Konate eno pameka no ba ku ni ho a. Coach ne Taibo Lucas Hernandez e was central defense. No body nua no. E was left back.
Tio.
So they are the best left back in the world now. No? What is it? Inti ama Saliba situation is difficult. And your performance over Arsenal. Kapedi okay one ka coach no friend no.
Yeah friend no.
But don't say do baby a ball bi a Obama team bi no. Coach dey kasa on friend wa e be issue.
Me only say nya Arsenal mpa ke friend no. Ka ball bo no. Nya Arsenal no ko ball Crystal Palace.
Yeah, nka on national team no. When you say they are players here to omo current from omo team. Omo national team so a yen start omo. Coach no so on kasa on friend no. Because you say e baba say play one friend with team no e be topic. But on just Saliba asem ni yi. And ade ba ko essentially dangerous they say. 2 World Cup, 1 final, we win baako. Enti o complain kwa na ne wo hia o coach wo de ma. So they cannot go deep. Mutala situation no.
Yeah.
A year in a results number. That is why you can question. That is why I say France was talent and then almost squad no. Ebro soro. Inti Saliba asem ne ha me kakra. Who's Arsenal so a produce defenders are amata about the French national team. Okay, question
Pa.
Then time no more out of flesh, but na question never run an able.
That's Sylvester Munyina bebo Arsenal da.
In fact, question you come pass our World Cup no kwa oprai. No one kobi. Na mam titi be partner be run.
Ba ko bi kwa ba.
Na question ni and be run.
Ba ko bi ba Arsenal. No so a French defender.
Or central defender.
Central defender. No any sa.
No na nefi kaka.
Na nefi.
Skulachi.
Hey, makasa plano Skulachi. Sa Asemenga no sa boy so kwa for do but now di no want to you.
Skulachi.
Arsenal the players bi abo. Oh, Germany team no mo World Cup Ghana. Arsenal will defend who
Metasaka.
Apa asa Metasaka play ba ho bi ka ho.
No, Metasaka na player.
Mustafi
Squadron
Mustafi. Inti
that boy man pay the ball border.
Za. Ma me sure dey no nya bad ba me o.
Who dey na unique on one na hoti bi nya big team sebo.
Me sure dey no nya bad ba me o. But don't nya consistent anche. Yeah. As you call first 11 the more din. Do ya hwe ma me? Na me fanye ma de. Inti o situation na Saliba asam ne ye me ya. It got to a time now Arsenal team man. Clicks your national team. Bakaya Sanya was national team. Kouchani was national team. And today France players are about 3 players from the defense alone. They run the French national team. I said about Bedford. It got to a time Ghana Kwakle in Yakola. Any after Viera Mokra some na make you. Viera Mokra so much team. Giroud. So, Saliba situation no mention here with the French national team.
Once the coach has come out to say he does a lot of things.
And here the coach is so adebi. Player no or can a long-term plan on time can asem. Or manager say but immediately you speak out no. Now by matter of discussion. But at least yes starting the bio before say Saliba, the qualities no or process now no. He need to be in the team and at least so run the French national team. Ne Boano. Ben White. The Arsenal players in the national team should do something about it. What is that about for no? I never acquired a empire. Park and also the moon na more boss yesterday. Ejimoni. But all free person as well, be respecting the whole. Be a different people. And I don't know why the last of Bukayo Saka, they can rise around one demo. And to me, come and say by White.
Obi ane na adwin o.
do that time now.
Ben White issue now acquire personal. If you've been with players before, they try to respect each other's opinion. Because we are an aging. And we are a top player.
It's Kanaka home.
And yes,
because a big player. Oh, Sika.
Yes, and yes, Sika PC. And now, Obi Shada Murobi Sosa, Messi to Ganacho for a norma. Sort of say, because or a mouse ahead.
Yeah,
Ronaldo to Bruno Fernandes move for a norma because he's an idol. But quiet to say Bukayo Saka
rise
for and now then I will what experience now I'll be to before. You know what you're money now. Even a jumum crazy, a jumum, even in a working setting, you see. A foot will be tear will be our bro so honor.
Obi be too far, of
course. You can never deny that fact. As nipa say nipa, obi be too far, nipa no.
All the time the week man.
No, you pretend say photo no de man maintain sa. But obi be too far, be nipa no. Like you look at the person to see say nipa no photo no de man no. Is it reflective of nipa no jina ho no? Of course.
Wow. So me for say and that other captain no.
Declan Rice. And okay. But our boy no or a future England captain. Like
me got me who's Hurricane through on the man.
Hurricane through. I came through on a movie to my idea because and koda be that so na mo need that. Sir Rashford mo that so na mo.
Oh, what's why Batra no.
Yeah, Batra no.
Sir captain no, ade ba ko esa hwehwe nipa we guarantees of a ball.
Rice and Caso a leader.
Now, on not starting team, West Ham was starting captain team by 22 or captain. Yeah. Is it going to be 25?
Debbie.
Indeed, Hurricane is in the 30. I would not be surprised that after the next World Cup, Hurricane will not be the national team. Indeed, more than him, so we Hurricane if you are. He's the next. Okay, I didn't know all of a sudden, on no captain team in there. Maguire is still around.
Maguire crowd will plan to a film.
Don Stone is not around. All those players, Kai out fine. Pickford Mooney are around.
But it would also depend on the new manager that would come in. Because we only say it could be a straight fight between.
Captain, someone will be a guy now. Who did you know? Okay.
The only problem, yeah. But the only problem is just.
I'm not sure who did now or who will mind you now.
Captain. We see the only problem is John Stones. That is the only.
No Stones. 30
or 29. Obinya 30. Me we.
And don't see Hurricane group area. Maguire was area now.
Maguire. Oh, Maguire that's all 30 something.
So Maguire out.
Yeah, Maguire out. Maguire
Walker's what 30s.
Oh, Walker, but Maguire is 31.
Walker's born the 30s.
Walker was 32.
That is why I almost who said after Hurricane, and you see a consider what was
Walker is 33.
So that
John Stones, Phil Foden, Sam Quadano, Omana or Ebedro.
No, Stones was 29.
Mr. John Stones, a friend is a Declan Rice, Phil Foden, Saka.
And Jude Bellingham, among those players who did the Clarence deserve.
Yeah.
So also Saka, also Foden, also Bellingham. Now Rashford. Now the Clarence, yeah, from the Clarence. That is why the Clarence move to Arsenal was crucial.
Very crucial.
And your West Ham now, come back to Man U for the boys league. But Arsenal, yes. You get the point. Indeed. The Clarence will captain the team today. That is why our force said the teammate for should be part of the Three Lions. And Ben White is one of them. And then may say Arsenal team one form say Ben White will bomb right back. Now you call the next heroes in 3 months time. Now Ben White or no how could be. And yeah.
Oh, they are actually cool.
Me I see quite somebody can say he's my best left back me who Premier League.
Since
1992. So that is how me for say Ben White you know they can rise to Anamompa just to make sure that do the manabwa. Mutala a brand and friend with Boniface no. What's this sir? Washen kakra.
Oh, washen no more. He's okay.
On this time I want you Mubia.
Oh, I think he has better control. He's able to progress the ball better than Taiwan.
Nigeria for strikers no. We with us if you are your next no be with us Boniface. Are you sure?
Yeah.
What has Sadiq ni kaka?
Ashe Sadiq no.
What has Taiwan woni?
Omo nyina minimum pa.
The Boniface no nzara hu ni sa o. Nti me pass mention another season in the Bundesliga answer. My convinced the big things that were England obi nko no. Because me who say obro nketia Gabriel Jesus mo ne ka Harvard mo so. So me ask na say no go area. Now me who say obro Victor sorry, Charles was like Nicola Jackson. So I'm just looking at the big things that were UK now. I'm okay with the money question no. Find the Benjamin. Team men of power may guarantee the playing time. On your exceptional, sir? I don't think so. On no, the Osimhen level. Every time I won you in the Premier League, a proven no. When I say a big team, may who say, I ran to be one. So before say, Boniface in the Union to Bosekaka. On some one that season, Liverpool senior. On no one, me before that even grassy. The 9 in poor Muslim Boniface. Grassy names I say about 28, right? I don't know Fikaka.
Yeah.
But before the grassy mum, the 9 in poor as a Boniface.
Onyansa no hate it.
Yes. Sometimes we be pair, by 3-4 years, we strike a media. They should consider grassy mum than Boniface. Or not prove actually say. When you're consistent, even with Stuttgart, it's Boniface number some Shani Kakra. Mutala, quick one. Now, later on in your quiet as you call them, just some few matches we not fancy. In a big game, Sebastian. Friendly matches, they are more interest power. Back where England, Belgium, back where Germany, Netherlands. Now, back was Spain and Brazil. Even though Ivory Coast is Uruguay, Slovenia, elbow Portugal, Egypt, elbow Croatia, now France, elbow Chile. But I think that the biggest three England, Belgium, Germany, Netherlands, and Spain, Brazil. Let me start with Spain, Brazil. Mutala, my person, Brazil team Libyo against a top opposition. I'm had here. They won 1-0 against England. But I want to see them against a big team back home. And now, we say ahead of this game, no. Spain for no Ebisa. What do go Cascante say? Number 6 just said, number 8 just said that. On to Subako. I can't so persisting now. Mutala just a number. It was also a player, so now.
It depended on the Ujidu. Because we will be 99 or still obobo. Now born a normal border.
You know, almost say that Iniesta Xavi Deseno at least. And there, what do go Cascante key player they must play no. So to from Bako. And also prefer the number 16 and the members of Spain team no and there. Many of our coaches call Raya chance. Now on that podium, David Raya ahead of Unai Simons. And I said because before say per the current form no, Raya should be the number 1 goalkeeper. Into a game like this, something tested. Now most of these players chance in the team. My person big game, but I assess and receive you.
Obama Madrid.
Yeah. And this about Real Madrid before the Olympic Games. So you will join them before the Edomako preseason, no? And so Copa America. Maybe I probably almost had Olympic Games Brazil and qualify into a house. And you join the preseason for Real Madrid. And they like to support Copa America naba. Inti members of Brazil team no, Endres no, Vinicius Junior, Rodrigo Goes, Bruno Guimaraes, Douglas Luiz, Paqueta. Defense Honana, me today what I saw the last time. But once they were able to play 90 minutes against England, Oman considered it. They may not have big names, but they will improve in terms of performance. I don't see Brazil winning against Spain. Remember Spain upper hand over Brazil today. Message you know against my Germany team debut. Per what I saw during the weekend, when the system no boy now I bring the best out of Musiala and the flower and Vetino. Remember some messages I made food debut. Andres no Gundogan, Everton the Cruz. Kemet as a right back. I would like to see the Germany team today against Netherlands. Netherlands, so it looks like during the week almost share 4B. Their team was not bad. Indeed, I'm going to Germany bet a good match in there. Many guys, some of these teams, no, all games are preparing towards the Euros near Barcelona in 3 months' time. So when they are meeting themselves, expect good football. Remember Germany upper hand kakra. Maybe a win or draw over Netherlands will not be a bad result.
Okay.
England against Belgium. England lose here to Brazil. Or lose second game to Aswa. Pressure by Sataba, Gareth Southgate, even though it's a friendly game. And you know this Belgian side. Dokumo and the Kevin De Bruyne Amo. And those players so up against the English teams now. They play in the same league. So I would like to see the Belgium team. Who's almost surprised the break free.
Yeah.
The golden generation, the Hazard, the Adabot, Bertogen. Into the baby young guys in the show. Trossard. And those key players, the Boku. I'm not about the Belgian national team. So my customer feel more against England. I understand, say, Maguire, Kai Walker, out. So I like to still bench Chilwell again. Maybe Trippier. Then I feel Quaye, John Stones. And then Nyanyan go on part of the can right and look up menu. But it looks like Gallagher will get the upper hand. I understand that Ivan Toney may start. Watkins no so Phil Foden, Bellingham, Anthony Gordon. Remember England win or draw in that game against Belgium. But that game make me produce goals. Both teams are likely to score. So that will be my game summation. Ivory Coast you go make Ivory Coast from team no. After mass grad down, nobody key players be free team no. Remember some trouble. And you know guys, so almost some young guys be muti. De La Cruz, Facundo Palistri, all these young guys no. Matasa Arabia may not be in. And to remember some of the Uruguay teams, so but I just say they are interested for any games about so it is Croatia.
Big game.
Yeah, and now me who look at Madrid to Mobile Africa ha. I'm more than then. So me say
Omabe do Africa.
Yeah. That is why sometimes yeah, me feel say some of these friendly games no. And yeah, all the time a neutral venue and we here. For example, Ghana and Nigeria are in West Africa.
North Africa.
Now you have a friendly match in North Africa.
Empty stadium.
To be honest,
Combo Abuja Kranke home.
oh, at least you have a class for them.
Anke home.
Yeah.
Kafaso was
No cry back up. Downfall.
Kafaso was
Downfall no cry back up.
Yabo Lagos. Abiyakuta Kranke.
Yabo Lagos. Yabo Ghana. Babaya Sports Stadium. Accra Sports Stadium. Lagos. Enugu.
Cape Coast Stadium.
Cape Coast, Nkeye.
Kafaso also.
Ghana, Nigeria is typical West African opponents. You come on North Africa, I think. For what?
Morocco, na empty stadium.
No cry back up. Can you cry down for? and chen.
Na you can say.
In the minimum, Ghana against Uganda. Why are we playing that game in Morocco? For what? What the hell can I say?
What be saying?
Fine, India organizer, agent, who the friendly games, agent, a play key role.
Yeah, so much your cards.
Yes. Any do you want to friendly game? Or prefer to say your mother, but no question about pay. Argentina, and Brazil and more. Now, because Argentina and Brazil, yeah, Morocco.
I just said for commercial purposes.
And the core free mono.
Yeah,
you get a point.
Say who teams we are even club side.
Ghana, Nigeria, boy, London, Pake.
And Paul, only so we catch me say boss, how much no, New York. Or say about match, or think
West African English side, Anglophone countries, no. Yeah, Dawson, US,
New
UK.
Nipa see about US, about New York, match we are at.
And can know 20 years ago, na Ghana for 2 coin, Echo Germany, the last of Stuttgart, and Dusseldorf, and Holland, more Amsterdam. But in the last 10 years, I bet UK, US, Opo, Sanity. In Ghana and Nigeria, be a couple of crabbing cottage, okay? Ghana and Brazil, be a couple of crabbing cottage. I don't say, okay, what I do?
Yeah.
It is a Ghana and Nigeria, they are both UK crowd, and you're better see Morocco.
That's also.
Okay, about pay. And see, some of these things, yeah, they play key role. So, my person mentioned the Egypt-Croatia game. And the last one, France against Chile. It looks like Chile, the golden generation in HM. Who power here? Eduardo Vargas. Now, say, what's in the car?
Hey, Vargas.
Why down?
Yeah.
Now, I could be calm. When I said I'm back Europe, I until you Europe, can say, Charles Aragones.
Yeah.
One of the best offensive midfielders I hear. But I couldn't have buy Italy Kaka. Tiana no bought midfield or time to boss central defense. No. Oh, I'm going to play Tiabi.
Gary Medel.
I think almost out to the boys. They want to watch Alexis Sanchez.
Yeah. Gary Medel.
But I couldn't on Nico, that's someone you know making move to Juventus from Udinese. No. Okay, I know. No, I went back.
Yes.
Not that's a football left back.
Yeah.
Mauricio Isla. I don't know generation. I know Banasi.
Omuji Copa, but Muti Copa America.
Oh, the two po. Yeah. They Argentina ni no mkoje no. 15 and 16. Hoye Sao Paulo. Turn no do baje do ba sabe no. So they won twice. That time I'm telling Argentina. Me ka ba ko because mo je Argentina krom ho. Football fans am go for hard you. Enti remember some Chile for new team against the current French team. And that might be from Saliba chance. Remember France straight win. Slovenia, Portugal. What was that João guy now with Portugal met for the one? Or Benfica. The one was a bueno. Quality player. It's João Gomez. Quality player in the Portuguese team. Or no, Bruno Fernandes. And will be nervous. Now this time the coach they prefer in the midfield through. Why only
Goncalo Ramos.
From the time no here from Benfica to PSG no. Kolo Muani Bekata na so. And remember some who the new front line for Portugal. Fine, João Felix is there. He's doing his best. Some of these players elbow home body. But remember some shop almost in Slovenia. So remember Portugal double chance in that game. So Mutala, that would be my pick. Maybe I'll go to Ambana. So my 5 minutes more Sliko some one.
I saw now so be cancel Sliko. So bet me that was so prekwan. Na Josiah Quaye ni.
Mutala deserve. Me na me for say a tempo. Say Sliko ain't me make it the Hall of Fame. Because me born am show Premier League ni mo no. Me who left back since 1992. I better than Sliko na obi.
Left back or better than Sliko.
Obi ba wadi ni mu.
Me many free am start say me Premier League.
In the Premier League.
Ah dear. E be din.
Actually, to whoever.
Yeah, not everyone and man competition, but they don't cry no.
And
Evra fell off.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was a straight fight between Evra and Ashley Quaye at a point, but I would take Ashley Quaye over Evra.
Slightly.
Yeah, over Evra.
Slightly. Some of the left back, some boy, and it's not consistent. It meant my I did the thin line between we are great, but we are over consistent too.
Yeah.
It got to a short period of time. Now Sokoto was not bad. Okay, Sokoto.
Pekainepa. Benoit Ashiu Koto.
Oh, please. That's a. Got Clichy, my boy, Clichy, my boy. My favorite left back, because I'm in who the year part, they are not by button, they are not 2 free kicks.
Bates.
Less in base. Honestly, Coman, elbow 2 and 3 big chair, ever button. Those 2 players are meant to make him big move, uncle. One of the big class, and let's in base. And it's Coman. Ain't it? Ashley Quaye or deserve to be there. Now, I share the Premier League team of all time or no Musia kind. And no team who say yes, other players is here kind. Ivanovic, So Campbell, John Terry, Onwangasa. Those are any difference, no. Peter Check in post. Honestly, I will say goalkeepers there. We will find the video here ahead of him. But this is Peter Check there. Or trade him Dakra. So Ashley Quaye deserve to be there, Mutala. And I'm happy to say, yeah, Premier League Hall of Fame Wabeka. It's a chance players not going 5.
I think so.
After Peter Check, Didier Drogba, Frank Lampard, John Terry, Ashley Quaye, and Eden Hazard. Diasis.
Okay, there's Frank Lampard, there's
John Terry,
Didier Drogba, there's John Terry in Kaho. There's Chelsea players 2021 players are already call Hall of Fame no Premier League and say that here Steven Gerrard.
Chelsea.
Okay, Chelsea. Okay, Frank Lampard.
Yes.
Or open the Chelsea new room in 2021. 2022 Didier Drogba movie
2.
Yes. 2023 Peter Check Obeka so Chelsea and also Arsenal.
Oh, Chelsea.
Okay, so Chelsea will movie and as I say Ashley Quaye account John Terry is not there.
Hey, wow. Mutala.
Yeah.
And then go for a match. Don't tell you they're a match.
A match.
Yeah.
I don't know match.
Don't tell you should be there before even Ashley Quaye. Don't tell you should be there. When the first rock under that.
David.
Don't tell you should be there before Didier Drogba. When they come in on part free, the next is John Terry.
From Chelsea.
Yeah. Well, don't tell me the Mutala. Yeah, you friends since 1992 best in there. Best central defenders who you for in the back on. Who you for? Only don't tell you back on. And you don't tell me the attack. But you know, Ashley Quaye Didier Drogba, Peter Check, and if Frank Lampard the one who deserve it. Then Arsenal name and you players better also. We got Patrick Vieira.
Yeah, 2021 they had
Fabregas,
Omunya Dennis Beckham, and Thierry Henry. 2022 Arsenal, Ian Wright, Omusenya, okay, Patrick Vieira and so can Honum. And yes, 2023 Omunya Tony Adams, 5, and our manager Arsene Wenger, Soka Hall of Fame. Yeah,
Fabregas and my
there be one count.
Omo Afenoma nominating for
yeah. Some people have been nominated.
24.
Yeah.
They are nominated. Fabregas began to say Peter Check. Obo Arsenal ni years in Chelsea. Now Peter Check so bought Chelsea ni years in Arsenal. What was the situation? No, find here. Into those players don't deserve. Man, you so how many? Very saba.
There be very count.
Omo ye obache.
2021 Man United. They had David Beckham. They had Roy Keane. They had Eric Cantona. Omunya 3 wo 2022 Omunya Paul Scholes, Peter Schmeichel, Wayne Rooney so far United players
still gigs in by.
Yes, 2023 and so Omunya Rio Ferdinand and Sir Alex Ferguson.
I said Bedich Ferdinand.
United for the doors
Bedich and we are engaged to come. And I think I said Bedich to Abaja Ferdinand.
Liverpool na eme 1-1.
Ade.
Robbie Fowler has been nominated this year. I see, for Liverpool, you can argue because they never won the Premier League in that era.
A big thing.
Players for Panama
because apart from Steven Gerrard was the first person.
So last time goes on, nobody says Salah.
Of course.
Van Dijk will come.
Yeah, you better nominate your winner.
But nobody says some of these players are match. But I'm happy for Ashley Cole to already be in. Why are they? Okay,
Nana Adu and Alton and Kano. Happy for Ashley Cole. 0506 367 196 0506 367 196. Yabakwa Manusu later. But Josiah, good morning.
And also friendly games were home. And usually so after this week it means we are trickling down towards the return of European big leagues now.
Back.
You see, the international break is one of the longest breaks we ever get. Off-season fewer. At least off-season class and pre-season games were home. And pre-season games are games how you can even wait how much it no sorry now shape. Oh, back then now any the pre-season games that you now say now say normal because games are awesome. Back then say teams not call US is now. Sometimes you can spend would be train at 2 a.m. No I share United because 2 a.m. now we share Barca Madrid be El Clasico US. And those were the games that now we had always wanted to watch. But I depend on charity for now. Your stories are too, very, very interesting stories. Mutala. The Saliba issue. I know that you see, Nana Adu has a soft spot for Arsenal. So Kasaka to say Arsenal can the Mujim. So no, but this issue is not even debatable, Mutala. You see, over the years, young players are. When it comes to national team football, they play better than club team football. Over the years, young players are when it comes to club team football and a club footballer, they play better than national team football. You can attest to that. Let me give you a typical example. Look at Granit Xhaka. Have you seen Granit Xhaka playing for Switzerland before?
Yeah.
He's more than Iniesta when he's playing for Switzerland. Whenever he plays for Switzerland, the kind of football born, he's not that rugged Granit Xhaka we see at Arsenal. He's a different player. But Shano Arsenal Jesse. Nasa intelligence na anybody na Ira. Look at Romelu Lukaku. Compare Lukaku's numbers at Belgium and whenever he plays for Belgium. Never better to two the Inter numbers or the AS Roma numbers. Look at someone like Eden Hazard. Eden Hazard was never the player he was for Belgium. Some player now oil for Chelsea. No, he was never that player at Belgium, and it was clear. Tell me, say Eden Hazard was one of Belgium's best players whenever he donned the Belgium jersey. So players like Hazard, not club football, no move so, as saying national team football. Player like Miroslav Klose. Klose remains Germany's best striker, but that is if you are looking at it from what he did for the German national team, scoring 71 goals for the German national team in just over 130 games. So currently he is the highest scoring player ever in the history of the World Cup. It is okay to say Miroslav Klose, but if you were to judge him by the club former or by national team,
yeah,
because of course national team or she goes club no she goes. We didn't believe say over 90 games for Bayern Munich. The goals or she didn't do 30 as a striker before I will move it to Lazio. So with the Saliba issue, let's not make my year the day. Yeah, Ben Arsenal signed Saliba. They signed Saliba in 2019. Saliba went on 3 different loan states, all in France. The last one was Olympique Marseille.
Yeah.
Before he settled. During that time, players now on your more press our defensive position. They were all established centre backs playing for some of the top clubs in Europe. So Saliba cannot just walk and say because Arsenal are playing well, then Saliba should what? Walk into the French national team. It doesn't make any sense. It doesn't make any sense because Saliba is playing for us now and he's been consistent. So all of a sudden, Saliba should play ahead of Dayot Upamecano, Konate, or Benjamin Pavard. No. These players have proven to be better than Saliba when it comes to the French national team. You can argue. You can argue. Charlie, now what is up? Oh my! Charlie, so like I was saying, with the Saliba issue, let's not make a meal out of it. Saliba hasn't proven say he's the best when it comes to the French national team. There are players playing better than Saliba whenever they go to France. Yeah, no World Cup, no. Was it not Varane and this guy Umtiti? Umtiti was playing for Barcelona. Varane was playing for Real Madrid. So when it's
Mame Kwa Omane so Minko Morocco is here the communications director of the Ghana Football Association, Mr. Henry Asantichum Omane so and Black Stars EBC kan against Uganda and the match yehwe nim say beba so Otuado is leading the new technical team. Mr. Asante anope me chiao
Mutala anope.
We are having challenges, Kakra. Oh, I'm in Tenica. Mr. Hey, seems a line or a drop into a better Naya friendly view. Mr. Sante, yeah, Yamea, yes, Yahoye, far away from home. Ghana against Nigeria, young and I should be with her, or the Obeyomo, and everyone, for the first time in so many months, people were impressed with the Black Stars' performance, especially going a man down and still holding on to this Nigerian team. Well,
but I think first of all, the feedback that you just gave me, very impressive. That is what we have always been looking for. We believe that we should be ranked among the best teams in Africa and in the world, but it doesn't come easy. You have to work for it. I know many Ghanaians are still disappointed on the back of their performance or AFCON, and then coupled with recent results both in Ghana and outside Ghana. But we now have a new coach in place. A new coach who is not completely new to the team because he has been at the helm in the past and was here taking over him. Our vision is to get back on track. Our vision is to pick up from where we left off. Our vision is to be united, is to show solidarity. Our vision is to fight in every game, show determination and hunger in every game. We don't need Myanmar and say Yadekobo Nigeria match, unfortunately, they can start and Omodika at Watna, but Yahoki Kani and Modimbo after you concede first goal, saying crime be brave, say twice sa sending a person you drew no Pempenswa, a person you drew no, you bit to me a draw. Even though we went down by a man as early as the 56th minute, there was not much difference between Yen and Nigeria with the only difference 2 goals are almost share, but if I take back, you pull it one back late on, maybe if we had another opportunity, we could have changed the results. But those positives aside, that game is gone. And then I have the more you may share him say Uganda, ABC 𝐒𝐏𝐿𝐻𝐒 is a different platform, is a new opportunity, is another chance for the players to show themselves to the coach, especially more air tries breaking into the team to say Force Namankwa, Francis Abu, Ebenezer Anan, Jerome Opoku, Ibrahim Osman. There is another opportunity for them to prove themselves to the coach. Indeed, yes, we are focused. Yeah, ready. Are you prepared? Just a few minutes ago, na boys no way or breakfast. I caught them in the next 2 hours. I walk. In show up to fit and rasa. In show that's what, but it does not mean say your program no has to change. We will continue. We'll follow the program, and then by 2 o'clock, you need a free near the near stadium or nafi 4 o'clock. You see, I can see enough.
Mr. Sati, and him say we friendly games in the airborne keke. But what is more important is the results. Are you looking at the results or you are looking at the performance? Because him say Coach Otuado, he just had I think 3 or 4 training sessions with the team, and he the person who yet to me. As the FA, what are you looking forward to in a games ayabo from Nigeria and ABC and Nedia?
Well, not necessarily about results, but results are very important. Naturally, when you go into a game and win, it boosts your confidence. It does the team a lot of good. Again, it affects your ranking. Results are extremely important, but in this case, that is not the only thing we are looking for. We are looking for how players react in different situations. For instance, first game by a boy against Nigeria, we decided to say 𝐒𝐏𝐻𝐒 Adu, number 4. Do you understand? And 𝐒𝐏𝐻𝐒 Adu, 𝐿𝐿 number 4 throughout the game. And he was one of our best players on the pitch. In a situation where in a competitive match, when you brain as a player or number 4 now, number 5 could plan as a Edmund team, say he can give you that option. Again, you started first half, Oboale you said were right back. Second half, you buy we need for right back, Edeneko left back. Or the Tariq Lamptey Ebamu as a right winger when he decided to play 3 back. Baba Idrisu, any for Senamankwane, Samet Salis in a 3, diamond midfield. Later, Baba Frimu or the Ebenezer Anan Ebremu, and then he came to play as a wing back in the first half against Nigeria. Obo and as Nyama as false 9, and Obo Jordan on the right, Obo Antoine on the left. Second half was shifty and a score left, Jordan by right. Antoine went through the middle. And it is an opportunity to vary your tactics, look at options, how players will react in game situations, in different formations. And this is the only time you can do that. And once you are able to do this and perfect state, say you can take it into a competitive game. And friendly matches of this nature at the Mao. Aside that, so over here, a month here for now, Omabamuno, Ubia, persevere, and I see, training in shoe. But I did not hear a word say complain, and I want me, and I be they trained as normal as a normal kind of say situation and as a temperature. Generations are normally training throughout. Today I know it is raining. We have been told say next Friday it will be worse because the weather will drop as low as 2 degrees. And it will rain until like 10 p.m. thereabout. But I know that they are determined and hungry to go into the rain and fight for the colors and also fight for their place in the team. When we are getting how the players will react, how they will cope in different situations, in different setups, in different tactical formations, attitude in training, attitude in game situations. And for me as regards the way forward. And I think so far it has been positive.
Now it has been positive, you say a player like Andre Rami Morgan Ayew, he has played through the hands of several coaches. Otuado, any boys Libe Jumada, and he's back. What has been the reception like? And also backroom staff, your former and also Bubruja. What impression have they made so far in camp and on the boys as well?
Well, you always expect such reaction from the public. Me, Adewa Quaye, me can say, me is a Ghana Nibia at time, your national teams. And I know much Black Satellites boy, Ewa Crash Sports Stadium, Nipadodo, Bukoshe, and Mami who said, once you get the results, the people will come looking for the team. And I say, following the team. A similar thing in Cape Coast. Black Princesses, Nigeria final, Cape Coast, people from different parts of the country, 𝐒𝐏𝐬𝐄 support team. So reactions, sentiments, opinions, criticisms, they are normal. They are part of the game. I do not remember ever, and I repeat, I do not remember ever seeing any national team appointment at Nipa Enka. I mean, as a young journalist in 2004, Brian Cook Gali, Rwanda share by 1-0 through Olivier Karekezi. I am to me qualified for 204 AFCON. I am so I Dekofara to Medukovic, Ebeyan Black Stars coach. That time, I do not want to mention names, but the criticism and the punches that the FA took at the time. Lo and behold, he became the first coach to take us to the World Cup. Fast forward, there's the first appointment of 𝐾𝐂𝐊, the second appointment of 𝐾𝐂𝐊, appointment of Milu. Milu Grade, you found first time, you see, or you late craft for his interview, but still, but for her, the way I will buy any information or Kutanwa, he doesn't have any experience whatsoever in Africa, but only a Jumano man. I'm saying that all across the globe, there may be any managerial appointments are attractive rancor and as a criticism and as a akasakasa. However, the other day I mentioned to you in the studio, say my only problem is when we begin to attack individuals and not attack the issues. Say at the na attack family, mommy, papa, a year, emma, and then I am my only problem. But aside that, if you think you do not agree with the decision of leadership, and maybe I knew still quite will be expressing or opinion. And you know what I can tell you is nobody is focused on the noise outside. Nobody is focused on whatever is happening outside. Our focus and our concentration here is on how we will be able to work together as a team. The coach likes his backroom staff. He played a major role in putting them together. These are people who he has known for many, many years. He played with John Pinto. He grew up with Joseph Lohmann in Germany. He had the chance to work with Fatah Dauda in 2014, in 2015. And so bringing them together wasn't difficult at all for him. And so far, what under a DA or training or camp, HSA said they have a lot to offer this team. And we are just concentrating on performance and results rather than focusing on noise that is outside. Ubisa Andre, yes, this is not the first time Andre has got to work with Otto. Let's not forget, Otto was once an assistant to Milo. When we played Zimbabwe in Cape Coast, Zimbabwe in Harare, Ethiopia in Johannesburg, South Africa in Cape Coast, and then later the qualification to the World Cup, and then the World Cup itself. They have a good working chemistry, and so far I can say, all the players, both experienced, young, new, middle, whoever, technical team, and the chemistry is absolutely outstanding. From what we do in training and in camp, very reflective, and I ever translate it in results, and we'll be good to go.
Mr. Hansi, but before I what message you have for Ghanaians? Where they under 20. Black Satellites, Omaji Gold, Black Princesses, Omaji Gold. Are we expecting a short-term success from the Black Stars? And a project was a treeable now a bear fruit in future.
Well, I know this generation is used to winning. If you were around in 1984, 86, 88. Until 1992, when we couldn't qualify for the AFCON. And there have been difficult spells in the history of the Black Stars before. Yafa 82, Olivia, Yanko 84, Yanko 86, Yanko 88, Yanko 90, and Yaba 1992, and a bedroom final. And then 94. we exited El Buake, group stage, 96, 4th place, 98, group stage, 2000, second round, Siabunga Nomvete, 2002, second round, Garbalawa, 2004, we couldn't qualify, 2006, group stage, Zimbabwe, 2008, 4th place, 2010, final, 2012, 4th place, 2013, 4th place, 2015, final, 2017, 4th place, 2019, second round, 2021, group stage, 2023, group stage. In the OSHA, there have been some difficult spells in this performance record. I mean, I mean, the youth of today or the football followers or fanatics of today are used to winning, and they deserve nothing but good results. 𝐒𝐏𝐬𝐿 in recent times, from Cameroon to Qatar to Côte d'Ivoire, and even matches I above, you know, we are on a new journey. New players are coming into the team. A new technical team is now in place. As an FA, we are not going to put pressure on the team. We want the coaches to have enough time and enough, peace to be able to assemble a very strong squad. In this journey, there will be defeats, there will be losses, there will be disappointments, there will be heartbreaks. But we are untraceable. We are done with Nigeria. We have Uganda this evening. Our focus is to play well. Our focus is to weigh options, try different options, try different tactics, and in the end, we want to win. We want to get a good result. The journey we find ourselves, Bayera Abrewa Ejo, but Senia, your person winning, Sa no be also person winning. I would say, and Kakanka cries, I would say, and I would me a pie and Tatia. And I know we are in a hurry. I know people expect the team to get back. I mean, sometimes when you read comments on social media, it's as if people have given up completely on this team. It is because of recent results, but we are very much focused and committed to fixing the problems.
Mr. Asante, yeah, that's it. And we wish you and the Black Stars all the best this afternoon. Morocco.
Nankasi Abanjera, Oteo Cabo Fakasiano, Wafai.
Nana Dakwana.
Aye.
As I said, Juma, Ghana Premier League Munti, I say, why Shakakra?
None and Rom going.
And run of Fukuma Sabai to Emsogina Homekaka. Felix remark what had to semi fan cramau.
And Reading and Gupo, any Payska over had you just a Wakoya Premier League Abanti or Gina Home.
Of course, I also or Gina Homekakra.
And I didn't show 2 degrees and then show Buya will be one so.
Be so or your jewel until see a protecting ye or a national treasure.
Sir,
Felix remarks semi fan cramau or so chiao or ha.
Felix remark.
But Mr. Sante, I said, be three margin so, me person me bisao. Adena, Ghana, ye walk Accra, ye walk Kumasi, ye walk Cape Coast, Nigeria, more Abuja, more Abiyakuta, 2 West African giants, more fans, any supporters, or Munipa will be especially UK and US. No, we decided so Mokako a match, Morocco, no, Emma Kakra. I know decision, how did you arrive at that? Because we catch them, agents be sending me message say match we come in New York panka organization be obeying ni pebe bano. By a couple empty stadium.
Was the ball in from New York?
I say match no, San Nigeria and Ghana you ball New York and I say London about this one ka fans be bano.
Now on him the number of players are more American visa. Ubisano. The difficulty we go. When the difficulty we go in securing visas for such trips. I mean, for instance, we even had a proposal from Algeria to come and play them in Paris, but because of previous experiences with visa issues near the we couldn't take it because that time we are very close. Nowadays, there are a lot of the embassies are visa. Omega just say if open visa 50, Omega just say they can only issue 20, and you cannot do anything about it. The reason why we came to Morocco is simple. Listen, if it is that also Nigeria, Embra, Ghana, Bobola, yes, Omeba, but there are a lot of challenges I will be facing. Training ground year one. You can fill the stadium, but let's not forget the distance is another challenge. Again, also Nigeria, Ghana, no friendly match. One match and also two matches. One match area. What happens to the second window or the second opportunity in the international break? The best decision is to use both opportunities in the first window and in the second window, which is last week and our weekend, and this week window no ebe and we looked at a number of options. One, proximity from Europe to Morocco, because the players 99.9% of them are in Europe. From Europe to Morocco, if you crowd 1 hour 15 minutes and they fly by, Marrakesh airport, or the 1 hour 50 minutes in the free baby hour you won't get 1 hour 50 minutes from Switzerland or England to Accra. There is an issue about the number of hours you spend flying from England, Italy, Belgium, Holland, or wherever to Accra. You have to consider that. You have to consider about the health of the players. And they are very, very crucial. But Morocco, any part of Europe, maybe I'll free France about 2 hours, free Switzerland 1 hour 30 minutes, free Hanuma 2 hours, free Hanuma 2 hours. It's easy to assemble. Until within 2 days, we had all our players here, even those who had late call-ups. By Tuesday, we are not in our bedroom. It wouldn't have been the same if you had planned to play in Ghana, because in Ghana, for instance, France now either say go for Amsterdam, Italy now either say go for Paris, and I say Amsterdam. It will take a whole day to fly from Europe to Accra. There are a number of good reasons in here. You decided to say, again, the country is open. The facilities we are using is world class, top notch. You want to finish an international window and not have any injury issues with your players. Secondly, if it is that area Obo Accra, on Nigeria Friday, who becomes your next opponent? And also very important. Again, who takes care of the teams that you play? Because also Nigeria Accra now you have to bring them to Accra. Aside all players are already on Beba. Air ticket, accommodation, per diem, feeding, transport, and on and so forth and so on. You also have to take care of the away team, air ticket, accommodation, transport, feeding, internal transport, everything. Say two teams now, one shall be now you are running into $1 million. We do not have that capacity. So if there is an agent who can organize these games for us at a cheaper fee, you always have to take it. And we think the decision to come to Morocco is absolutely the best.
But I can't say a na say teamwork say obejeju wa home kakra ansa na game na baswa the obia no echna nyame aduma pacho be fro na eno so odi amaye da se de be fro ogie so na oni etwetwe nkomo wa
me so na se mutala me sure bia me charo mark.
Okay.
That's one mate.
What's it? That was Harry Asati, the communications director of the Ghana Football Association, and I know HH and Komono, telling us what is happening in the Black Stars camp. When Wabobi Bia Tofa Eddie Amaye said the players are happy with the return of Otuado. The backroom staff are making an impression or say Otuado and Kasa and requested for a year. Fatal Dauda and John Pinto and the Onyomu Juma, and they are looking at the performance more than the results, and they've seen what 𝐒𝐓𝐻𝐒 has brought to the table so far. Nisano Juma, even in that game against Nigeria, no, the Osaka can say Ghana Funya Butre. Now it is work in progress. I'll say Aquantua Yeni 𝐒𝐓𝐻𝐒 to know there will be pains, there will be disappointments. I said I need a baby, but it depends on us as a people. We need to be united to be behind 𝐒𝐓𝐻𝐒 and no dear Henry Asante Chum Eka. Josiah,
Dala.
Because I come in me no we na me messages if you na yeah ba na we'll come and discuss Black Stars and matters around the Ghana Premier League in now. Who said Felix is an expert when it comes to the GP also. Na go bunning na mu ama.
Indeed, once a Makasa Libadiano. Yeah, say it's no news. You see, let's my young.
It's no news saying according to Mouse, it's no news
because there are because there are other players who have established themselves in the French national team before Saliba came or burst onto the scene. Players who are they started ending their collapse long ago. When did Saliba start competing with this French centre backs? Pavard was part of the 2018 winning team. So you can't tell me say Saliba should start ahead of Pavard. And the coach was honest with the assertions. No, he was very honest. Okay, say Saliba doesn't offer him. See, I've mentioned clues. Look at a player like Aguero. Aguero, more the man numbers or no the man sitting. Bebli Nana Adu Argentina. No. Aguero is not the only player. Mabo Lukaku. Look at Nicolas Otamendi. Of course, Argentina, but when he was playing for City, he was a top what? Defender. Our own Jordan Ayew. We question his competence when he's playing for the Black Stars. When he goes to Crystal Palace, look at the kind of football he plays over there. So players who are a backup team, they play perfectly. Players who also are almost straight through a national team. So Saliba would have to work himself into that French national team. That's why Maguire will always play for England. Why? Because Maguire has cemented a place over there, regardless the team he's playing for or the club team he's playing for. Was 70 place for English national team now. So some of these players' arguments, it would never go in their favor. What has Saliba achieved with us now? Dayo Upamecano is winning the Bundesliga with Bayern Munich. So what has Saliba achieved? It is argument. Let's not go there. He is a good centre back. He is now best known to the scene. He's maybe at some point in the time, but they say the man yet say defenders that one he's better than them. He's not better than Upamecano. Who says Saliba is already better than Upamecano? What has Saliba proven? What has he proven?
Mutala, you might know on.
No be at the on.
We share French defenders. Ibrahim Konate, Omama Liverpool, Benjamin Pavard, Inter Milan, Lucas Hernandez, William Saliba, Upamecano, Jonathan Klaas, Theo Hernandez, and Barcelona for Jules Koundé. Players with defenders. Do you honestly believe, say, Saliba will start ahead of any of the names I'm about one? So sometimes, and Usha French national team, one aspect of one lack a defenders in midfielders. It is something they produce. At a point, even at the World Cup on Mukoye, this Chelsea defender, what's the name? Disasi. Yeah, was part of the team of Mukoye. The French squad of Mukoye World Cup. No? I think Arsenal is having a fine season, but it doesn't also mean say player be at club level fine season in the club automatically your bad national team he has to walk straight into the squad. The national team is not built like that. The reason why you are having a very good season at club level defensive partnership. There are partners they will bring out the best. I said Gabriel. But I said American said maybe at club level you get the best. When your best season because you've been playing against a partner. He's bringing out the best you are now or coach you. But at your national team level, it is not like that. But I think all he needs to do is to make sure he's being consistent with his club level. So for us, when you call up now, it means the coach sees something in you, and I hope whenever he gets the opportunity, let him grab it with both hands
and tell the coach why you need to be starting games for the French national team.
Okay, so Didier, according to Didier Deschamps, Saliba does a lot of things that the coach, doesn't like. And also one of the problems I want to say Saliba was the fact that because he hasn't played lots of games for France, France game one, he's not calm.
Yes, exactly what I'm saying. You understand? Because on this experience, you haven't played a lot of games for the national team. A national team, you don't have the luxury of time. gather for this international window. They'll play at least 2 or maybe 3 games, then they are back. But if you are playing for a club like Arsenal, Ebo Champions League, they are in top form or Premier League. Games are coming week in, week out. So you say FA Cup, Carabao Cup, there's a lot of games to play. But in the national team, coaches they are under pressure to perform within this short period. And so players are instantly more results. And I'm even saying Saliba crowd will be very happy say because some national team coaches they will even tell you your mistake to work on it. But also most of the Europeans they will give you a reason why they are not calling you.
This is not calm.
Yes, some of the coaches they will even pick their phone. Yes,
coach name ma resident
you see, but what friend will be you and that person should have a relationship until we be a Mutala Algeria and Morocco and Nigeria for any Mokoboy Usha they are very physical team and I don't think say we show physicality no I don't think it will be needed in the team. I want to go with a more physical squad for that particular. They are also until plan can be respected will say oh coach not framing reason until ending and that even happens with lineup. Usha coaches they even tell the players they are starting 11 2 days to a game.
They see that as more honest, being honest with them.
Thank you.
Being frank with them.
Thank you. You understand? And Nipa there, you want to see areas of improvement. And to us our chair player, non-player will say, okay, coach, now Mutala, in Kofa Hinde Benya world shall let me tell you, Kofina Omuya defenders are Omuanya defensive coaches are Omo winning Euros. I win World Cup that air coach. So if we are defender, not someone like Didier Deschamps, our advisor, he is the best person when it comes to football, when it comes to defenders. Or Metinama or then advice. We're winning World Cup now as a defender. We're winning World Cup now as a coach. We're winning World Cup Euros no, as a player.
But Felix, you are not who as a coach and also player need on your count because of more so many minutes now. Why don't you create the time for him? Because me who time Opamecano ni wayebo Lucas Hernandez as a left back, as a centre back. Me who time Germany, Germany. It was Pava in the last 2 years were primarily as a right back. Pava and Anebo centre back, not Saliba Tibet.
Mutala, there are some players who they are so accustomed to a particular position, but it doesn't mean say move out of a position now or move. Akrawi Tuameni Madrid and the other French guy Camavinga. Position being they can play across the back four and in midfield, and you see that is even typical of French defenders. You understand? With your French national team, most of the defenders they even train them. So who was our heighter? They even train you to have options in your play and to a defender. Some academy no you can't say what's the name of their training base? Blue Fontaine also was
Blue Fontaine.
Clairefontaine, thank you. Players no who a defender, they can even push you into midfield role. Who you left here, there are moments in the game. You remember what Bobo no you only train with your right. Who you righter, there are training sections you be with only the left leg.
Makobida.
Thank you.
What touch with your favorite
and a foul.
Makobida.
You understand? And that is the mentality they want. And to Usho bit to say Didier Deschamps no say be a player with a ball left back and or ball defense. It is because they didn't just wake up and find say oh you're pushing and call. It is something they've worked on and trained on. And the American national team coaches too, they under so much pressure. Only in the luxury of time.
Yeah.
Only in the luxury. Mutala, we share this current FIFA window here. Your ball window where we are. There is no window again for friendly matches. in the next 24 months, especially for Africa, because Europe say Omo league and they are going straight to Euros. Omo Euros pay Omo bought for qualifiers to the World Cup in USA, Canada, and Mexico. Same as Africa. Africa, you bought and the Blasters for ball friendly against Uganda. We are window be a new bill for friendly in the next 2 years. You bought qualifiers for Morocco, about qualifiers for the World Cup. And to be a national team coach. This is not the time where I try my way.
Obiti says Saliba, so unfortunately for him, Omoni will compete, they are still young.
Yes.
Upamecano, 25. Konate, 24. Saliba Nakasa, 23. I mean, they are not old players.
And you see, look at the teams as
Omobo,
Liverpool, are they not fighting for the title?
Yeah.
Real Madrid are fighting for the title. Liverpool cry with Bayern Munich fighting. Inter Milan, they are almost runaway leaders in the and they are also doing well. Their European class are equally doing well. And to competition for places, a better ding. And to me, the American say, collapse no bar or their call. You don't know what might happen. See, football, anything can happen. Injuries, betting me about, suspensions, betting me about. When you get the opportunity, you make the best use of it. Meaning, players won't complaining, especially now, especially when the coach has given you a reason on starting matches.
Yeah,
that is the thing.
What many reason?
Yeah, and on concentrating. Aston are in fine form. They can do well in Europe. They can even win the English Premier League. On concentrating, so now an opportunity with the French team, you should just grab it and then take it from there.
But yeah, I know almost France national.
Players be brave. Players be brave.
They won the World Cup without Benzema. Who is Saliba? No, they won the World Cup without Benzema. Who is Saliba? When Benzema was on top of his game, they went to the World Cup and won it without him. Inti Enye Saliba the best son BB our French national team. Share quality no more now. Saliba would only add up, but he wouldn't change everything about the French national team. Mutala, the PK argument.
Yeah.
We say you've seen Ronaldo with so much talent.
Yeah.
But it looks like when we talk about Messi, Mutala, talent.
Me say, because Ronaldo ain't yet talented. And I'm beside say, why is he not talented?
I'm going to mention a couple of players.
Okay.
If I ask you to rank them in order of talent.
Okay, what it's more talent now, but it is in order. And on a mate, and on a universal obiani. Now say any madie our class, so many madie chobi. Metia say, but what my problem is that people talk as if Ronaldo doesn't have talent.
Because in the content in that bracket, Ronaldo will be the least talented.
Boy, yeah, call Legon and say Mokoya All African Games or J. Meda Gary interview he was talking Seal. He did a Seal celebration and everyone was talking about it. Interview Cadman also yes interview Nimna Omubisano about Okasa Ronaldo Messi or say Messi talented and Messi Obieni Messi but Ronaldo doesn't have any talent. He just went hard.
Tell you in that bracket Ronaldo and Messi with Ronaldo and Messi you see say Ronaldo is less talented.
No problem, but he still has a talent.
Now only talent that one ever only talent. Everyone playing football is playing because of the talent they have. But what
we need talent.
No need talent that you have the football talent.
We are no need talent. Henderson. Akoya no Obo Manchester United team. John O'Shea.
But John O'Shea was one of the finest utility players in football.
The honest truth is, Mutala, we know they are players.
Peter Crouch is
one of the tallest footballers who can even play a bicycle.
Mutala, football, I always believe it is three things: the talent, the hard work, and the luck.
The talent,
the hard work, and the luck. Yes, football. And I can take somebody like Stephen Appiah. Stephen Appiah has the talent, had the hard work, and on your luck. You call Ecuador. Ghana under 17. He wasn't the best player. He wasn't the best player in that team. On Krapo, the third match, and no boy, he played around, I think 2-3 matches, but he got a deal to Italy. So there are some players that have had luck. Push on good teams. I can tell you for a fact. There are some players who only talent, but they are hard working. I won't say Peter Crouch was talented, but you're hard working. We should be to say Cristiano Ronaldo, and people make the debate. Me, I don't want to go into that debate because I am happy said that she, my name is TV. Now Ronaldo ni Messi, I'll tell them say
you watch them.
I watch both.
You had privilege of watching.
But nobody can deny the fact say Messi is super talented. Ronaldo is hard working. Or you're very, very hard working.
But he has the talent.
I won't say he has the talent because won't say me a comparison between hard work and talent. And I'm me can say Messi a hard work. A hard working. But we should just
129.
And to say Messi here, Messi no, you can also say Messi is just talented because you can have the talent
and not work hard
and then you won't succeed.
Neymar is very talented.
Yeah, and that's you can have the talent but without hard work you won't succeed. But you might not have the talent, but the hard work will push you there.
Henderson, the enemy.
Thank you.
Okay. Someone like Kevin Prince Boateng.
Thank you.
Or Kasemi for Messi. Or say there are certain things in football that only Messi can do because or time or Barcelona and the time no training session crowd the Messi doesn't put effort in. Yaya Toure echoed the same thing about Messi. Also Messi put effort in training. Sergio Aguero doesn't put effort in training. But on the day talent no takes the bar and no be an what's hard.
Thank you. But you see, but Messi won't say because Ronaldo came into the picture, the hard work and the talent. I was about to wrap up. I was about to wrap up with a player like Eden Hazard. Hazard is super talented.
Pure football.
But he is lazy and on hard work. And the players on one year more ball. The last season France. Leon needed a win to book top 4. You see, Hazard on down for 4. Pierre club. From one Hazard wabo. Yes, sorry, I'm so Munjano China obey show game. The last game for Leo was 3 goals and I'm winning so much. Obia and Najona Wabono. There's been games Chelsea on training, but Oba Morino Bebono, coach is Nya Bebono. Mutala, do you think say if Hazard was hardworking, Kai, still Omega say Warriors of football? Because there are players that are playing winning Ukraine still or more, but Hazard is not hard work. On admit it say on your day, on your hard working. There are players biswa, they are hard working. But move football only for the purpose of business. Or Bobo no not funny bag or kofia on share football. And I can give you an example. Spurs Cameroon and no boss person. Thank you.
Benoit Sukoto.
Also no football no business. And your talent no the boy.
Also on share matches.
And you come. Obi come dinner on the talent in crowd.
Second motivation.
Thank you. And now and if there's kind of motivation, you have to be hardworking. Obi Mutala, Nini ding, and you saw what talent too. There's somebody on a radio station where man be 3-4 months, or be host show, be beer, or be on call journalism school yet. Thank you. And then that's the way it is with football as well.
Ryan Giggs say in football there are 2 types of players. The one that is born with it. Or Katani Nida, and the one that has learned to play.
That is where Ronaldo goes in the other market.
The mechanic. Or say they are players or player kitaboa in very difficult situation. Adi a onim say we dey enye yie no. Or no ya, we say this is pure talent. Or say Messi is an example. Be a difficult situation. Or be film now be aka say hey oye de na otimi here. My problem with people is saying Ronaldo doesn't have the talent. I think Ronaldo has the talent. And Kamesi Ama.
Don't also forget.
Kamesi Ama. Because Ronaldo is one of the most talented players I know.
Mutala. But don't also forget the luck. You see, luck is very important.
Luck.
Yes, there are players.
It's not just that. No, sometimes the luck even into so.
And maybe some team being emergency.
Average. And then I say average players play big clubs, and you understand because some of these players have luck. Luck, one game bina abeto no about no share, and that is all.
So say, for example, Ecuador 95 they now the example.
Yes.
They were better players being in the team, they didn't get the luck to get to where got to.
Thank you. And
𝐒𝐏𝐕𝐄.
But Derek Boateng movie no.
Derek Boateng
2001.
Because I was told he was even better than 𝐿𝐾𝐂𝐊.
you can't say Derek Watt Saturday the guy them kind Junior Mayeli.
Yeah. Even those days, one no more question no more did you say there were better players than that time in Cape Coast than one in the national team those days.
Mutala, should we say Awudu Isaka? Would you say, or even Udate Lamte? Would you say those time and ye cast out Udate Lamte was the new Pele? Would you say Udate got to the level he wanted to? No. Would you say he would? She talent Awudu Isaka more. Awudu Isaka 117
na ba ko bi ka omo.
No, I would not call you there.
No, Awudu Isaka said simply my example. Awudu Isaka.
Not call you the cross squad no.
Awudu Isaka was more like the, thank you. Was the more like the player on my Ghana winning under 17.
Na ba ko bi ka omo.
But look at
edu to scale.
I do. And me ba. For Awudu Isaka. From that time, next year on this Stephen Appiah career. Look at what Stephen Appiah achieved. Accra is to Christian Saba. Christian Saba. Often you could not know call Bayern Munich. Saba, about more matches were Bayern 2.
Yeah.
Junior team Obosa. About the whole season all Bayern 2 best player. Defender no. They didn't never see me a pair.
But Felix tournament Bena Yakubu na kudu statement na 𝐒𝐏𝐿
India under 17
na 𝐒𝐏𝐿 captain
India
England ko GNO
yes and England GNO under India that was 7 years ago they say so okay Mohammed Aminu say so way
they no know afa no
Manchester City
Man City
Man City Pep Eton Echo Manchester City.
This one nam Greece so baby.
Greece baby. Oh, tell him how baby again.
Was back to God. The court of the says.
That's what I'm telling you. Say there are players who are super talented, but if you don't have the hard work, no, any you can't say lack, no, you never.
But it looks like
under 17 now can even you call before you call under 20 World Cup or Argentina 2001. We went to New Zealand in 1999. Yeah. Don't botte this madam. Look there. She don't botte. Or two corner pair go. Or two corner go. Look at how.
That squad no. Look be quiet.
Look at. I think Zapata. Look at Don Botte in the career. He had a very fine domestic career with House of Folk. But Obeka he could have gone on and do better with his talent.
Charles Taylor, you know, sometimes I feel. I mean, Charles Taylor. I mean himself. Ghana player be any
there have been players who have been very, very lucky and hardworking and had the talent. Players who also they never need talent but hard work.
But what I was trying to say is every time the talent is there.
That's what catching me about 5 players as Felix Roma washing. I almost say this one there won't shed any talent, but he has learnt the ball and his discipline and his hard work. Our boy Sassidi.
Michelle,
the first player I want to give me Gary Neville.
Okay, Michelle.
I didn't think Gary Neville was talented.
I don't think Fabio Cannavaro was talented.
Fabio Cannavaro,
yes. The only Italy G. Oji Ballon d'Or. The near ding. Because Michelle defenders are.
You see, he was lucky to be in that Italian 2016.
So now you are using the word lucky.
Because he never even deserved that Ballon d'Or in that year, but because he won the World Cup with Italy, he was lucky to be part of that team.
Zidane out on the
2002. They're not partner of Gobert Song, but they have gone. Sasan defender, no nyadi. Eze kala,
meba. Osha Imana Ama Senegal.
Nemanya mentima hwe no baby.
Imana Ama Senegal na near din. And near din of the boy, you can't say or talented. But Osha House of Folk had this player. Stevie Tete. Mutala. House of Folk. It's in the Ghana Premier League. Mint kasem stasem share Ghana League no who defender Obobot says Stephen Tete da defender Mutala he was super talented so it was US
Kai
so
Rudiger na Madrid
thank you Mutala who say Rudiger is talented
Rudiger na Madrid Rudiger is talented
Bangavic defender
Rudiger is not talented
Mutala called Player Tribunal. Some website the players think some story too. Rudy Gabekacha will say, "What German community no one. Or come back deal no say Takashi. We are no kind of the ball. No, the ball. Even Ufa Brazil say Brazil, there are a lot of talented players, but one fight near dinner, company hard work now can you won't come out of Brazil and come to most of the time. So move to Brazil, come call this Scandinavian countries and now Russia, that area before they move straight to.
Yeah.
Ramon say all free Brazil, and yeah, Russia no call it. Yeah. Come Russia not Brazil or Brazil or swap you can say Mason. Sorry, Juma no ye. But a continue ni hard work no will push you. There are some players ebia okra ohwom kra ye wo mo to football family and sikanu wo the connection is there. Nti omi ti say opon Timothy Weah omi ti say you can say to Obama those guys thank you.
Would you say the captain of the Black Stars is talented?
Context. If you give me Andre Ayew and Jordan Ayew, I've watched them play from the youth level.
Yeah,
Jordan Ayew is more talented than Andre. It is true, but Jordan and Andre is more hardworking than Jordan.
But Jordan also works hard for Palace.
No, you see, maybe tactically. But talk about the element.
No. Andre Ayew is a lucky player than Jordan.
Why is he lucky?
Because the positions Andre Ayew could find and the kind of goals you score in crucial games, Jordan has never even attempted. Through the youth days, Andre Ayew is a match winner. Jordan Ayew doesn't have that quality. When you say your players who are match winners, look at a player like Jota. Jota will score a goal, and you know that goal will win a game for you. And that was what Cristiano Ronaldo lacked at the beginning of his career. At some point, people were criticizing because Messi was doing it in Clasico consistently. He wasn't even doing it. Each time because lack, no, just like Chikaito. Go no sha and one of the Yapon. Once go no sha, Mutala Yapon game. You know that there is no way you are going to equalize. I believe that the talent is always there, but then it depends on what you have in addition. Is it that you have the hard work?
You think the talent is always there?
If you are playing football, you have a talent. But it's relative. Because over there, yes. If you are playing the football, you have the talent.
Because Bastian Schweinsteiger, ne papa no kasa admit or say Bayern no kosua ball no person ye Saturday no we snow mu na motu kwanda is or say ball Bayern na ne papa
de player be na na strength here Formula 1
or say dey no kwai no even Jordan you know Formula 1 ye dey no kwai no any man ball or say that was the first time we kick ball and osua ball the ball. But now you can see be an talent but
he never knew because he felt I can give you an example. Sometimes you might have the talent, but somebody need to polish your talent. Yes, and now you need a basis. And let me give you an example of Fatawu Issahaku. Fatawu Issahaku, no steadfast, right? Minority leader team.
Yeah.
And Oba loan on Dreams FC. Shebola Fatawu Issahaku ball Ghana Premier League share some wonderful goals. All that occur under 20 AFCON crowd. But of course, sporting, no.
The policy, no.
Sporting for sure, not gonna say no. We on your first team material. That is what sporting. So he lacks the basis.
I'm gonna call junior team.
Yes, or spending almost 2 to 3 seasons.
Yeah.
And no more polish Fatawu Issahaku. And they had opportunity to play in the championship. Even in the championship, you could see still there's a.
He's still raw.
Thank you.
That nominate Chelsea commentator I say he still lacks a lot.
A lot. You understand?
In his game.
Thank you. But Omumu said a lot has been worked on in Portugal. So sometimes you can have the talent and you can still need a bit of polishing in the hard work. And sometimes we play as well your lifestyle. Your lifestyle is so there are some players in some cigarette, those clubs, they don't even do it. Because as a footballer, no, you don't have a longer lifespan in terms of playing career. 30, 34, 35, then your career comes to an end. But I can tell you for a fact, I had the opportunity of interviewing Tom Vernon
Yeah.
Tama your man an achievement award at Ghana Football Awards. A documentary. Mutala. Okatem says, see, there are a lot of players who are even better than Kudus. And then MS Nyama, they were right to dream. See, there are a lot. But a bit more I won't say they don't just look at talent, no. Players be one Mutala. From free, you can say chroma, eco Europa, acclimatization, one, cultural integration is very important. Obi wa okono ohun snow da. Ohun snow, we count the snow down. Anyway, can say 2 degrees. Yeah, it's 33.3 degrees. 33.3 degrees.
Felix Menchano last week. Samuel Kumbaha, or said the first time we could do Switzerland, first training session went to Manye. He said, now what did no? And I coach that for on what one say, me bahasam bebobo team me fair non toche. So acclimatization is key.
Yes,
so rapia swaka the same thing.
The culture anti
also go back to Ghana.
Yes, and the players know on man. If their first 3 months, no team like I say, you find them back.
Yeah.
If you walk a Janine Kra Mutala, a Gianni, you struggle before you even adapt to the food. And now, for some of the South Americans, no, when they are going to go with a relative.
Oh, no, it's no, we no. Oh, brown, my sister.
Of course, I want to congratulate. So, I know so intimate players. So, we have players who have had the talent, no. Enter the right to dream. What they normally do, he said. Under 15, under 12 tournament, they saw Europe. And to number 12, 13 now. Europe no, Kwaba, you are getting to somewhere. The Omun said no, we can make something out of you, Pep. Not Jelan.
When I got to find out in 2007 there, because find out no, me mates be an amino. Some could speak Dutch, some could speak German, because no one to quiet.
You have the talent. Go for Benin say wabo. Go for Benin say we mate on go for no ball Bogana.
Go for nim say man for disappointed you went to Mambo Blasters.
Say ultimate Kechi. Now
when I went to find out obi tie abontia on tie some for say journalist ko ye interview.
Ka say we go find out the player. He said, "Kawase."
Every na ya kwa enim. Me kind messages when you info your bana ye ni HFA. Skillions from Laos. So all of a sudden these Arsenal players think they deserve to be playing regularly for their countries when they are even yet to win something. Hey, Charlie. Good morning. My name is Mohammed. Go and watch Ronaldo way back games. After now, you see. Also, after that, you see. Say Ronaldo has talent. People are watching. I don't understand what you want to say. Baby, say Ronaldo has talent. Also, my name is Bernard Palacios from Abeka La Paz. Divock Origi was a lucky player for Liverpool. This is Mutala. Please, I heard Kotoko has written to Guinness Book of Record to play Lusaton in Ghana Premier League. Oh, opare Well, say good morning, Mutala. CR7 is the best. My name is Niadi from Tema Kokompe Betonsa Ghana Limited. Where so say I salute the house. Mutala, do you know there's a huge difference between wisdom and knowledge? CR7 is a great player, but he acquired it as for Messi, it's natural as compared to prophets who have to fast for 40 days and 40 nights before they see or hear from God. While some also don't have to stress themselves. Gerard Piqué is really on point. This is Vichin Achu Sky FC Dowenya. We say greetings. Mutala, please help me understand this. Hard work without talent is equal to what, please? Hey, Barca fans, Kasapao. How can they say a whole CR7 don't have talent, but he only works hard? So without talent and he has reached where he is now as a footballer. Barca fans, Pekasa, Mutala Mitieo live from Lashibi MF, and I go by the name Brakwaku Sakios. Okay. Well, sister, good morning. My name is Patty. I go from Pram Lower Town, and I'm a Barca fan. The international break will spoil some teams. Also, their form when they come back from the break. So we are waiting for the betting people. Well, sister, Mutala TV station is showing the Ghana match. It's on the GFA app, and now with me, I share our game, Yeah, and download the app. They share. We say, good morning, please. What is the criteria of selecting the Hall of Fame from Angel Collins, Dodowa, and why is CR7 not in? Well, sister, good morning, Mutala. Ashley Cole won 2 of his 3 Premier League titles at Arsenal. He was part of the Arsenal incredible journey in 2003-2004. Don't put him. Don't make him a Premier League Chelsea legend. In terms of only Premier League, he is Arsenal, and even the Premier League posted him in an Arsenal shirt. Ali. Good morning, Mutala. The missing link has missed you, the journalist, about the friendlies. Why the friendlies has been played in Morocco. Morocco is celebrating African Week, and it seems all these games are part of the Moroccan program. Harry B. Tema Community 2. Some countries were being invited by Morocco to celebrate some events in their country, which Ghana was part. That is why they played it in Morocco. Daiwo from Ashoman Estates. Well, to say, hope you guys are doing well. I don't know why, Mutala, you've never read my message before, but no, Ghana go lose again. This is Level from NK City. May you guys be blessed. A Level so boah. My kind of message. Good morning, bro. Well, I say, hope you guys are doing well. A time ago, one of your panelists said Kotoko and has to become ordinary team. I can see it's happening. Jude Nekas Asemno. Greetings to all Chelsea fans worldwide. This is your boy, Kaisika Pendem from Afenya Mataheko. Jude Nekas Asemno. Where you say hello, Wafa She Ankaho. We also say Declan Rice will captain today because it's his 50th game for the 3 Lions of England. Now I'm from Ashama in Newtown. Hey, now Declan Rice is here about 50 games. Hi, Mutala, I hope you're doing well. Please tell Nane Do that the reason why he will be captain today is because it's his 50th cap and with the 3 Lions. So Southgate decided to do him that honors. It's UG Boy from Dansuman. Okay. Desley Benjiru on the Obechian enough for but Spencer Munina and to all parliament members or say Ochiamo. We also say the best sports station in Ghana, Max Sports, no side. Raskobi 1. And the way by Mr. Odeno from a teacher Mante. We also say hi. I am Nash from a Shaman Christian village. Please, I want to ask, did Otto Addo apply for Black Stars coaching job, or it was given to him by the Ghana Football Association whilst he didn't apply? Shout out to On God team players. Okay. Piaga. Oh, see, you guys are so fantastic. On the free Achim Asafo and everybody. You try and na did Yakabia bro. We say Afenejan got luck and talent, but didn't add hard work. Hey, Afenejan will lack any talent, but we need hard work. We see Josiah Quaye is bicycle kicker talent. Peter Crouch can never play a bicycle. Or say Peter Crouch can even play a bicycle kick hunger from Medina. We say please help me understand the difference between a sweeper and a stopper. Okay, Jason listening live from Teshi. Or say a sweeper and a stopper. Difference no anything. Yeah.
Football, they say football assistant first, but not goalkeepers.
Yeah.
Mostly are short. Stoppers. And short by wedding.
Or stop it.
But on say football, no, there are some teams that play high defensive line. And to Basha, penalty box, no, maybe at the center line, no,
yeah.
Distance room. And sometimes if the opponent now, you have more pressure, no. Omunya counter, if you ever say one of the most offensive players, no, abo ball now invade the back line of the team now. The keeper comes out and do what?
Sweeps the ball.
And
it's definitely sweeper no.
That's a sweeper keeper.
It's a keeper. So how many sweepers?
City for keeper.
Edison. Or a sweeper.
But currently, I don't think nobody. I mean, just also be yes, Chen Manuel Noah Bayern Munich.
He has always been.
Yes.
Yeah, he has always been a top sweeper.
No dear. Oba football currently, Michelle around now. I think it's a sweep.
I don't know. Local league,
The local league, no.
Can I go keep an
No, but the point is your team needs to play with a high line. For you to be a sweeper.
And I want to look at the Ghana Premier League. I don't mean credit to keep a beer league. But in Europe, I think Manuel.
Only this Richard.
What about Atisige? Atisige. Oh, on the stop shot. Atisige here.
Ne Atanya sweeper.
Atabe
has ata.
Oh, they be now.
Goalkeeper man of the call. Baba had a go sweeping board.
Mutala. Then so say keeper no move draw. Be sweeper never ding.
For me, I don't know, but I think Manuel Neuer, they be our argument. I think he revolutionized goalkeeping. Send a goalkeeper. I was a goalkeeper here. So
it also came at the cost.
Of course, sometimes those things it
came at the cost.
But she didn't also forget, they say no, and yes, sweeper. Coaches also want a ball playing goalkeeper. A ball playing goalkeeper.
Onana. Good morning, Max FM. Mutala, why are you here and you are not playing football? As I'm now Bisano, Chris from Oyarifa. You are winning person. Wow. It's here try how by a first Ghana Premier League. Felix Romack, All African Games, so boy, Chemudia course Sunina, Hona, and also Yedia Bro, Yabasi and Kobibia.
Saturday and every Saturday on Max 89.7 FM. Connect with your school. Which school has produced the brightest mind? What is your school renowned for? Find out as high schools and colleges go head to head, vying for bragging rights and glory. Don't miss this chance to witness history in the making. Join us for an unforgettable morning of spirited debate and fierce competition.
Has produced all the best dignitaries in this country. We talk about Pakwesi Indum, Totobi Kwachi, and all the Ahoy brothers went to St. Augustine's College.
Master, stop your bin.
Central region.
If we say for Obako School, they say for Kumasi High School.
Have you
heard of Agri Memorial?
Oh, that's
the best school. Very, very best school.
The Kumasi Diaka schools are two schools, and Prempeh Upugua.
Kofo went to which school?
He went to Prempeh. Prempeh is a college.
And tell them we are Prempeh College, obey the president. No, one can say first schools, Nilanto, colleges, no kasi for Monto High School.
High school, they college pay. College invest you. College, you go America, college invest you.
In the end, I could foresee young school in high school.
College, you know who's more.
High school right now. The Minister of Education is from high school. High school is building a stadium.
I must produce all the athletes in this. Antimaters have produced over 3 presidents. Kofi Annan went to Infantipi.
What came out of Adi school? Tell me.
Now more from Adi school. Canada just more from Adi school. The best comes from the Central region.
The schools are no one Central region. More moving science and math schools, no. And then produce. And then project partners equipment ben ma produce Ukroma. What you are job in the national maths and science schools you are winning at the end there. Quantakra mun produce bi. Munya de Kano.
School Connect. Link up with your former mates and be part of your school once again. Schools Connect. Be part of the competition.
Where say hi, Max FM. Richard Atai is a sweeper. RTU versus Phobia at Aliu Mahama Stadium. Phobia for life. Egbon Yaru from Lakeside, and I will know anyway by. This is still the sports back here on Max 89.7. Sabedi Ebefi and the Black Stars of Ghana, Ejna Kono. They will be taking on Uganda in a friendly game. The Cranes of Uganda. First game, Yabo Nigeria, Edi Kuko by 2-1. Also, Ghana Premier League Moye De. Kumasi Asante Kotoko, what is happening to them? 5 defeats in 6 games. It is not looking good for Prosper Nateogum and Emrantie. How did they dig themselves out of this mess? As Obisa Kotoko Nibia, Omunshede any answers to how they would get out of this mess. Then what I would download Ibrahim Wabetna bench. Finally. Eroson Sembebri, Ubisa why download this mess now. Mawas and Papa Bia, yes, you 3 goalkeepers the world to be able to my Ademubi. Felix Romack, Ewa Hanom, Obaboy and Kaye. Felix, Ghana Premier League match day 23. Yes, I say Ewa Hodayefa Black Stars Niwi. Face Black Stars are very important to me. It's here Premier League near Monday 5 minutes. It is getting interesting. Now, no other has Kolusuo, nanansi chiri ene trolls no de e ba ya kotoko fo sere o ma but sebe yes o we for nsa no wa hwe de kotoko so ko bo o de against a nation FC anim so we de asante kotoko e betwa for so e so o mukodi nkuku 5 defeats in 6 games me ni fi am start hwe kotoko me hu bi da say within 6 games I abona kotoko di nkuku 5 times and what Felix, what is happening to Kotoko? Why is it that their first round form is in contrast to the second round form?
Mutala, if you look at Kumasi Asante Kotoko, the honest truth is Obi Wahano Beka say Washete Nyama Kotoko Ayeni currently, there's a huge difference. The difference is there are a lot of players Omobo Kotoko saying they are very average. Only a very average. And secondly, so we can also talk about we share the atmosphere at the Babara Sports Stadium. It is not as intimidating as the previous times. And maybe Ogumtana winning league, no. And now even there were moments within the first round, I was a crowd, no, was turning up to games. So Kotoko problem, no, a playing material, no, players, no. And as I said, there's been a distance between the playing team and the support and the supporters, and the fear factor is gone. But we can also say they are equally good teams in the Ghana Premier League. Sports Stadium, they can get a point, they can get a win, and that is what is happening. We said one of the last time Kotoko loses 4 consecutive matches. That's about 14 seasons ago.
And they've lost 3 at the Baba Yara this season.
Yes. And medium, if you say most of the players are more currently, average. Mutala. And the reason why I'm saying average, I'm not saying it's a players near bad.
Yeah, I understand what
Liam, compare this current Kotoko squad to the team that won Prosperity Ogun in the league in the first coming. Now combined 11. At that time, Danlad was in his peak.
Say I'm not understanding no Quaye.
Yes.
And Danlad be
him. Look at the 2 Coupesso. Solid. Razak and Danlad were 2 solid goalkeepers. And whoever gets to start for Kotoko Krano, any problem. Now I was thinking, say Frederick Asare need than last our competition, but I think the first round we saw it. Usha Kotoko back
before the end of last season.
Yes, Usha Kotoko current back for no. Usha team now a winning Kotoko league no. Semi Kaikra Umar Ibrahim.
We Christopher Neti na second round no guest in Japan boy.
So in TFN say Christopher Neti.
Yes, or a guest in Japan
as right back. And
Moro Ibrahim
as left back.
Yes.
And
Ismail
Ganiu and most of the times we could have even Justice Blay.
Yeah.
Coming in.
Now Adams, I think it was Adams and Ismail Ganiu.
Yes. Yeah. And sometimes there be an injury na change of tactics be now we are back in Finfin. About 4 now 5 Justice Blay.
Wahab Adams. Wahab Adams.
Until the offer.
And I said the later on Obawi, you know. Dreams no. Mefodai.
Is it
Habib
Mohammed. Until the players are boy. Now compare the current back 4 of Kumasi Asante Kotoko. Mutara Sab say screen so Kotoko nations. Which of the back 4 will walk into back 4 now I mentioned? Kotoko made current midfield. Back then they had Fabio Gama.
Yeah.
They had Justice Blay. Yeah. They had Muda. Siu.
Blake was not a typical starter. It was Chibodo Agades, Muda Siu Salifu, Rich Molamte and Fabio Gama.
Yes. And to share midfield 5 we. Nesha Kotoko current midfielders. Apart from you can say Rich Molamte, he was integral or play a part in Kotoko winning the league. None of these current players would make that squad.
So comparative analysis, bad yeah.
On front lineup, on Winimo,
Mbella,
Infege, they were solid. They were very, very solid.
Even the Upra and the Sunyani Nema, Isaac Oponso starting ye.
Oshe that season omu winning league no. Look at Isaac Okon. Because some first game against Dreams. Prosper Natero go in the second half. But share some 2 quick goals.
Nice half we didn't catch Kotoko.
Yes.
Second half.
Kotoko win this game. Look at the squad na Kotoko. At that time, Mutala. I even which said I could even go back and mention the players that were even on the bench.
Safutela on a net bench.
I think this
for that Kotoko team that won the league. Whether make a way and you're there for
this is
Kotoko winning league now. Ebeji league no. And if you look at the squad, no more Kotoko 4 at that particular time, Mutala, there is no way you can compare to this.
Then Patrick Asma
Patrick Asma
left back. There's a team now.
Yes, but
not bench.
Onukran said he has some disciplinary issues, and almost suspending.
Yeah, I said Patrick Asma be a left back.
Only Ogumianya issue. Who's there? Then time no Ogum Omko game me by no break you mo. No free ho eba Western region. Ebe won the bushafo. Inti Ogum Ephraim putupum training biom. Na Asma into Miamba. That is what name issue.
Was Sheriff Mohammed part of that team?
Sheriff was part.
Sanabo.
Yeah, that Mefra was part.
I know he was playing consistently for them. Sheriff Mohammed Senior.
Yeah, no
solid. No, any Agadas name is almost 6 and 8 in that team.
Sheriff not to a lot of positions.
Mitiewa comparative analysis now. There's a vast difference.
There is a vast difference between what they currently have and then what we knew on the league. You know? And America said the players are average.
I'm not sure Peter Aqua will enter that.
And I see another of the problem here. You only say their coach Prosper Nate Ogun is not under pressure. He is not under pressure to perform.
Why?
Because one is part of the IMC. Secondly, there are other members of the IMC. Kramuso coach national team do baby. You understand? And now Usha Opemso Edi Ogumbano. On assurance, say what you want to say. Meaning say last week Usha interview
I watched. Michelle. Also Opemso Ankasanek and for no Kokoye bibi for.
And only they no koye. We Kusiapia nya Sudan job no. And now offer Dr. Prosper Nate Ogum somebody an assistant. Na Fatao Dauda, MA goalkeepers trainer. So that was already agreed until call by and say, oh, doctor, he said Kotoko here coach. Say do Zebo Baye no, Jumano, Wameni, una only ye league no. And no kind say Nana Frewa.
Or say Nana Kasane Freno.
The Nana Frewa, we dance so one why
say Nana Catch so they conform Metria.
And there were assurances say they're more free hand to do whatever I want to do.
So no pressure.
And not just to do a job. And now your ma Ignatius Gazer, I could say friend Ignatius Fosu and on the call here. I don't know why I'm talking gays. I be a athletics. Yeah. And on the call, and the coach is not under pressure to perform. And you see, Mutala Ghana League no be gia. Now supporters no and can one because see sometimes no people underrate what the supporters can do. Yeah. Your supporters they even have influence on players more than the coaches. Yeah. And I mean say me has players you want to be friends and say Charlie and then performance no me say Ghana League they will share Ghana League no we Ghana League Juma or start times me performance they know who me saying. Yeah. Then I'll be very open and plain to because maybe our coach no on can't tell. But I'll tell you say Charlie match we want
the coach even might not have the luxury of watching the game again.
Thank you. You understand? And I'm Mutala on him say me debia me Ghana Premier League ya me frel sometimes me bisa say one Usha or man of them.
Say Sunday crowd friend.
Sunday me frel game week. Yeah. And I'm say wine and I'll see Razak Simpson. Yeah. You come on you're not winning man of the match. So I just don't some of us we don't just watch the game like that. We watch because some of the players you know more relationship. Sometimes supporters and players need to be perform. Bottom sika. At the moment,
But Felix, maybe sorry, do you think some of the Asante Kotoko supporters now are losing sight of the real problem? Because now say more almost the referees and how more and we say 5 games I will lose soon. Yes, we are not there but Osha games I will lose so Heart of Lions, Accra Lions. Also, you can't attribute it to referees. Game when they are referees.
The truth of the matter is the Ghana Premier League referees only average.
Okay.
And every team in the Ghana Premier League has suffered from bad officiating.
Every team.
Team behind you, say referee. Every team in the league
has suffered.
On behind the fair share of bad officiating, because sometimes some of the referees ball home, away, especially games that are not on TV.
Yeah, I know.
Some of them they are a bit bored because the game is live on TV.
Yeah. I felt I should have gotten a penalty.
Clear penalty.
I say actually CC.
Opening games. Baba has posted against Heart of Lions. Why not share a very good goal? Yanje. Into Obiana.
Omone had to focus. I think there was a case of an offside. You
understand?
Yes,
thank you. You understand? Oshe has ni Lions on second goal. I can with their Linda Shea.
Yeah, there was a case of offside. Offside.
Thank you. Yeah. And the team Bebli Dobi. And don't say no, I totally disagree. Say officiating is their major problem.
But fellas, this time round, so Umunita Asante Kotoko. Yen Obeka Dentian, Kumase Kotoko Kaso Bakra. Before the one Asante Kotoko Bass. Wumpeni for big cast bear me and Sadi him.
Assessor
Bass and Kwan. Penny and the more dubia, but my motivated person for something. No, it looks like the kind of things near appointment here within the club. No, I'm up to see and penny for them who said, or the sick can be and the BB Shakotokoma, or never times.
But I said now, Felix, they come out.
And say, I must add another. Felix, so victim let you know. About from Kaka.
I said now, Felix, they come out. Pressure not being on Ogum, it could be a big factor. And a big because said job security.
Yes, sure. That is
the the current IMC. Ogum now they go to Tim Muntiakatre. Nana Penka, a businessman.
Oh, no,
baby. Newton that's a very air cafe, Juma. Administrative work. Kwesiapia, Ewo Sudan. Inti IMC no. No, be and cut him to
Mutala, I can tell you for a fact, say, if Anka Dr. Prosperity Ogum, any IMC member, they'll hear Domano Onye.
Yeah.
A man on red card, he would have easily left the pitch. Left the pitch and allowed the game to proceed. But now he has so much power. Our club. And this pressure no any.
So the interview no kind director but so say enya we na ba na adwuma.
Yes.
Per after now church them no. And the fellow sky say
so swap him so na dey adwuma.
Yes. But so I am snare when nyom no man adwuma.
Your friend. Sometimes say your man we adwuma no. That is the freedom. Oh. You understand?
When you for Kotoko Nkogu for the first time in so many weeks or months has elusu matcha mente say omo fans dede say coach abon coach asa what share has of folk when we training when the new Hearts of Folk under Ouattara. What do you think Ouattara and the bad team minima abe left boys now because Hearts of Folk in the first round excuse me to say there was it was a mess in most of the games, but I say they say no, they've lifted themselves up.
Mutala, the truth of the matter is as a folk problems it was so visible to Obikra on your coach. One of the major problems as a folk was goalkeeping, and another of the problem was goal scoring. But Obekra as a folk have a very experienced team. Apart from Omo attack, as of Mikan squad, no, she has a full goalkeeping department. I won't say about 3 seasons ago, Richie Data, your Bob last star goalkeeper, scratch a friend.
Yeah, that's
AFCON 4 years ago.
Yeah,
but you can't say same for Ata now. On yet that solid like he used to. But she has to fall back for carrying back for Kofi Agbesime. No Captain Bichim was a captain and a leader for Bichim. the partner, it was something. What's the name?
Is it Thomas Womeni?
And you know,
Osasibe.
Osasibe.
Upon Franny Bisu.
Oh, they become a more consistent.
Okay,
Osasibe. Techiman 11 wonders.
Yeah.
Excellent. Excellent. He was very good at Division 1 2 seasons ago, even way back in the Premier League. Michael Ampedu from Liberty to Legon City. Douglas Dennis Nkrumah Kosa. Former Ebusuan Drafts captain. Mutala, back four way, they can play in any team in the league. Or more experience, or more leadership qualities. Upa as a folk for midfield, Nikra. I think I can say Linda has the experience now because he's in his second season.
Yeah.
And he's been one of the most consistent players.
Gledo Tanga. Salim
Swabes Salim, one of the finest. Before all free, you can say Hearts of Folk Krakow, what's the name? Cincinnati.
Captain Mobi.
You can say Salifu Ibrahim. Uba currently leading assist Chatham. Martin Kakari as a Ken, Division 1. Excellent player. More like a replacement for Salifu. Bob rough.
Yes, you could catch him. You could see a catch of being ball bar. Or says, also boy, the ball crying on, we never catch us.
I started watching that guy 2 seasons ago. Dr. 𝐾𝐂𝐊 Sapomano hit him, Madam. Or kind of Isaac Mensebi of the ball has Ashama Messi. As of a problem, was in attack. Yes, young goal scorers. And the major problem was inconsistency with goalkeeping. Because at the point, which one are you better be cheap? Atabeba. Thank you. Now, if you want to build a championship winning team, goalkeeping your defense, they are the ones that win you a league. They have to be very consistent. As folk did not get that in goalkeeping. Attack, no one goals. The goals weren't coming. Look at the number of strikers as folk are tried.
Kashala Ramos.
Kaba.
Albert Yondi.
Also Uncle
Yashin.
But and you see before that, last season, Hasselhoff top scorer was Benjamin York. Or she had 4 goals in 27 league matches.
Only Ayamankwa Caliber Mankwa 4 goals.
And now Salifu Ibrahim share 4, but look at 3 penalties. And now League Dantangi share 3. Strikeout. And now I am Yase up to now Hasselhoff did not recognize that is their major problem. And it's so surprising said Hasselhoff over the years their success have been built on goal scoring. Mahatma Otu, Prince of Goals, Luis Ajuma, Dombote, Ismailado. Open team Amusha goals pa strikers, goal scorers. Hasselhoff were the ones producing them. But look at and name now Benjamin York about 27 goals are watch for. Not knowing there was another Amza Issa or Arasu and they are promoting by Fedioye. So as a folk now players know, but they needed consistency and a bit of coaching, and that is what Ouattara has brought to the team. And Mutala Usha as a folk have a part in your mobile. They are playing very good football. Usha results even before. You can't say Ouattara Bayern as a folk are a very difficult team to beat. So far, league say about 23 matches.
Yeah.
As a folk are losing just 5 games, but they've drawn 11. As
a folk pen and a team or Lusu game per Obianka or Sassi Obianka Besima, but they rather talk about the goalkeepers
or the missed chances.
Yeah.
Or the missed chances. Because the defense I'm a boy defense of more experience. And there's been games referees but every team is suffering from that.
Okay.
In terms of folk, the players are there, but Ouattara Bayern, he's starting to get the team to play at a certain pattern. Even when they are considered, they don't panic. And that is a mark of a very good.
Is there a short moment in Betishe?
Of course. You understand? And Mutala, there are some venues say it is difficult, a difficult venue.
such as Samatex.
Samatex, yes, on a mebano. They say no, yeah, Nations FC. Can we really consider them as title favorite? So Michelle League, you know, and imagine still I am say, oh, the House of Folk, the Kotoko's will pick up.
You know, Ghana Premier League, who person win Ghana Premier League? There are a lot of factors. You need to make sure, say, home grounds a fortress. Say, Summer boy, free baby, Summer boy, off. Mutala Summer boy, papa. As a folk, that is just by the way. But and they make that place a very hostile ground for visiting teams. And park no and shut down soon. Supporters no be pitch no, and they make sure say every match day no will be there. They
fill the stadium.
And aside that, they are running the club in a very professional way. Hostel facility, clinic, stadium. They are the few clubs who use data in the technical management.
I know on senior management.
They have the view. So not data about the players from movement or attributes. They have it. And aside that, we are a home fortress. What you also need to do is say, so-called title contenders, make sure you are picking points from them. Shetama House of Folk winning league, there were venues for so many years. House of Folk and Konya win.
Bichim was one.
They went to Bichim, they won. They went to Diana, they won. They beat Kumasi Asante Kotoko. Shetama Kotoko only Prosperity Ogun winning league. Uba Baba Yara Ubeji. Oko Karela Eko winning. Oko Diana Eko winning. Oko Doma. Nana Jiman Bedu.
Oko She Diana.
Oko She Diana. In how many years? Over 20-something years. And see, currently, that is what Samatex is doing. Samatex or Bakrabe pick key points or Kodomako share Diana. Washekotoko. Oh, Summer boy. And that is what you need to do. And now, Mutala, Adibakuswa Ebuane say we are outside the usual traditional two clubs. Now, Uko winning league now. Bompire say they won't give you a chasing run. Because Mutala league no Ghana league no we can create any park super na winning wall. So when you don't have these two traditional clubs chasing you, you are safe. Sanka, they say some of us were 40.
I think 42 points. Yeah.
Okay, baby has that. Nikotokoda point to me. Yes, that's a 10-point gap.
Yeah.
Sanka be a 4 or 5. I would say they are not serious title contenders. Because say if you has in that second, not going that second, forget it. Under so pressure go so, and sometimes when that pressure come, supporters no big gym, and now some penny for na be an do cano. They will start making promises to the players. Or the G League, the mama will say G League no, and that pressure can push those traditional clubs no to overtake. Okay, that is what Ebia Anka Kotokoni has a bon moi. I can say they can't win it, but they'll be very consistent. Home, away, they are winning matches, and they are doing things in a very professional way. Maybe say, oh, winner, can they go to Africa? Apart from maybe a Haas Nikotoko, I don't think Club or Ghana always catching Samatex. Hey, I make catch you. They have money.
Apart from Haas Kotoko, you don't think say?
I don't think so.
So we Oscar, they have money, they have the finances.
They have money. Omo timber, omo gold, omo Safari Valley, omo Aqua Safari. They don't lack.
Mutala, yeah, go on. Sawe na Etra Park no Asia ni nyina. It's owned by the owner.
It's owned by
the owner. Musika. Into omo de Africa, they don't. The only problem is say bia venue na e bia won't be CAF certified.
Especially when they enter the group stage.
But I'm hoping say e bia omo winning league na. The Takwa Park now, medium of one will be approved by CAF. If you want to be a road now, but sometimes in your park in the Peru,
what leads to the place nearness to facilities, be hospital, emergency.
Thank you. And say no more kono, omuta konesa. I won't be surprised. See, I honestly did not give them a dog chance of winning the league, but consistency on one show. And truth be told, say Samate's winning league now. Aside from the form, credit must go to 𝐒𝐏𝐻𝐂𝐊. He's been one of the most excellent players in our current Premier League season.
Aside from the form, no. Aside from the form. Yes, a special praise.
Yes. People will even push that agenda for say, oh, young friend Blasters and Uncle AFCON. But you see, some of the almost pressure me almost. So has the Kotokone that's ranker, the pressure will come. It be again pressure. Everybody say, oh, last season we league table up until March week 27, and I will lose the title. No man be there, that pressure will come. But among yes, our traditional clubs in team, they don't have that pressure. And that is why the same thing goes to nations. Nations will call Dr. Kwame Uko Shomu Onuma Eyedin. They're doing quite well. Also pressure no mususa. And one thing about nation, they've recruited well. But at the end of the season, so if you're this second, and then you're to winning league now, our greatest signing has to be the coach, Kasim Mingo. Because Ushe Kasim Mingela, Ijuma Oye Wabichin, you are seeing a similar handwriting in our Nations FC team way. And it is not surprising to say these two teams, one that was promoted 2 seasons ago, and the one that was promoted just this season, are top of the league.
Kasim Mingo makes me believe, say, it's not just about the big name, he was the main man.
Oh, he was.
Nations team now, most of them Dina Became players no one, but they are going.
Yeah. Now, Ocean Nations are. I'm open on my team. I'm going to Samates or Summer Boy. Apart from that, the 9 games are, in fact, 11 games are Samates abo Omuhonuna. They've picked 30 points out of a possible 33. Nations spend a dinner on that 3 points. Nations can show them.
Well, fellas, young Black Star, by 5 minutes, we now have Fenguni and Fakos. 𝐒𝐏𝐻𝐒 is back. Waba on a Fatao Dauda, John Pinto, and a hula balloon in the Bebli, and Kofor and a criteria near the photo criteria F the better one, Auto didn't meet the criteria, yes, Osha criteria, Nidia, Anka Omiti, but Waba, Yanafa Jumano, you watch Ghana against Nigeria, and a ball against Uganda. Your general impression on Black Stars, 𝐒𝐏𝐻𝐒 coming back, what you've seen so far, and going for in the future?
Well, Mutala, I did back where I said mechanic. Now I was expecting the FA to come out with a communique to explain why
they picked.
Yeah, because initially before Mbe picky coach, the criteria by said the person should be a proven winner, or what history of working with talent, or 15 years.
But do you think that criteria it could deter somebody from applying?
Oh, I think so. So do I say Uko play Juma Max FM na see a presenter or 20 years experience. Now why would you go approve? Juma be a criteria or be a masters and a PhD and you need your own bank. And it's actually 15 years me starting my coaching career 5 years. Let's be even frank. 𝐒𝐏𝐻𝐒 say Ghana the man the first national team job.
Yes, it's a one apply. What did the secretary and then be quiet on the body?
Mutala, you see, some of Yamabi Nimuno say a becker, one shot at the issues,
Matthias here.
Because, or maybe let me say this, allegedly, they almost say he was being poached before Chrome started on selection criteria. And the choice of even 𝐒𝐿𝐻𝐒 was even above the FA. Was more like a political decision. And 𝐒𝐿𝐻𝐒 so man nyama ono no pe.
Okay.
Initially also up a 5-year deal. But the 5-year deal no man 3 years with an option.
𝐒𝐿𝐻𝐒 coaching Hamburg junior team 2000.
No, make experience of a national team.
Criteria no
criteria is not about the national team alone.
Mamimbi criteria.
Yeah.
You see, it's Mutala on no per 5 years. And also, woman 3 years, then an option of 2 years. But even with that option, no, it will be on decision to renew, not Mumu decision to activate.
But your criteria, I say that here, me bo na Otoado sa or qualifier no abamame. The potential head coach should be a proven winner in coaching top men's national team or club football.
He doesn't have that.
He doesn't have that.
Oh, maybe so
be does he have that?
But this Obakaya Henry Bahabeka say it got to a time they went
mistake to criteria because
this one the first one no.
It doesn't. Okay, must have a football philosophy that aligns or complements our DNA.
Relative. Yes, it's relative.
Yes, yes, saying where football philosophy be no watch re.
Say yeah na ye kwaya lipet etre hotel hona ye kwaya. Yeah. Oma ma ye copy. So the football association have it.
But I know the philosophy.
The copy.
Mini copy, but
you can see it. Some of the elements, no, relative. Yes, you wouldn't really get it because maybe they also tell you say the first things, no, born or born, it aligns with absolutely.
Okay, the next one. Okay, must hold the highest football license in the world with over
checked. He does.
Okay,
with over 15 years experience.
He coached Hamburg junior side. 2007.
Yes, say must hold the highest football license.
He does
in the world.
He does.
Pro license. No. With over 15 years experience in football.
So that is
years experience in football. I mean,
it's wow.
Then
in coaching, coaching the Hamburg junior team.
It wasn't the highest level.
No, what was his license then? Until your 15 years, you will start when you had that.
No, it doesn't state. Maybe he started before he acquired the license.
Maybe he started with the highest football license in the world with over 15 years experience in football.
Yes.
And 15 years experience, no, meaning say in terms of scouting.
So what's most of the
kind of football our ball any scout.
No, we are talking about it's not about our ball. It's about coaching. We are talking about coaching. It's coaching. Inter-America say Obi was starting coaching 2000. Coaching for 2 years. For 10 years. It's from 2007 he has been in football. Yes. Inter-America just say once not any clear definition for you to follow.
So it's a bit vague.
Inter-American. So you see at 4 times
ambiguous. We also say also 14 why then?
14 now. Check it. I think with the exception of the first one. With the exception of the first one, 4 now abone ni. Something around Otuado.
Okay.
Relative because they can tell you that Otuado the first thing your boy and any Ghana
for proven track record in team reconstruction, organization and development of young talent.
He checks.
Organization of young talent, fine. But
he's a scout, so you can't tell me that that one there mean
no, organization of young talent.
Yes, that one he's a scout, so that one he goes with kids. He's coached a junior side before.
Yes, team reconstruction. Development of young talent.
Here, when you look at this, how did he qualify us to the World Cup? Yes. One can tell you that he had to reconstruct the team. To qualify us, so he had to reconstruct the team and qualify Ghana to the World Cup.
Yes, proven disciplinarian, tactician, and leadership. Or qualify saying disciplinarian. Then the kind
of things to be called Nigeria.
Disciplinarian.
He took bold decisions
with like.
A lot of things against Nigeria.
The board decision, you can't be a disciplinarian out here.
Oh, I did.
Everything say then or buy to say this is a disciplinarian.
You see,
to say coach your Pamu or your boat Pamu Sule Wintari when you Mareto. But stuck to the rules.
BBC or Pamubi. BBC, I know Otuado now not Pamu. No, we all know you and I know that Otuado is a very strict coach. He's a principled man.
No, principled man is different from being a disciplinarian.
No, but if you're principled, it's in line with discipline. I remember my 5 minutes.
Well,
if you are disciplined, we are principled. It's to some extent being disciplined.
So Felix, with the criteria, no problem. It's just what you've seen so far with the Black Stars.
So I think Michelle Nigeria game, I could see variation in tactics and all that. My only disappointment is Mutala. Now I was thinking, say, Uncle Obetimiana regular, sir. Or going forward, they will form a base or the spine of his team. And me, my cousin, we need to be very consistent with collapse. Yeah. With me getting a team. spine no very important. Mutala, she say Ufa Blasters. First, no, Unkobeti Maka say, oh, Olele will be imposed as the Vosa John Mensa 4 and 5, Adokwe Papo, John Pentel, Sule Muntari, Michael Essien, Stephen Apia, Ewole Monko Wenim, and Razak Bimpong. It was so easy for Ghanaians to mention their starting level.
First level, we need 8 to be more constant.
Yes, and we need to find this. They say, team, no, you name your starting goalkeeper. You name say Wallacott and Atizigi. We don't know. Our 4 and 5. You name the other 2 and 3. We don't have consistency. Our midfield, there is no consistency. So now can Mifele say this call up, he will call the regular players out or no better than it will be like they'll be part of his second coming. Because Mutala, you bought a match we are you need friendly window
until the Mali game.
Until the next 24 months. Until every FIFA window be a for qualifiers. You bought qualifiers for the AFCON in Morocco next year. Yeah, boy, and I say about qualifiers for the World Cup in 2026. Until the next 24 months or the next 2 years, no friendly match be a new because we have try new players. So now can we feel say these two friendlies no obe fair players are obe person no bedding.
But Felix, not to heckle you, I believe that that's the direction or is his first game. Players will be your friend. Usually, if the first call up, players will make your debuts, no, and now almost any of the first call ups to the national team, most of them are young players. That should tell you that he's also looking beyond just this year, but then also in the subsequent years of Obeding, last year as head coach, and also with regards to consistency, you know, national team full of collapse until say Obe cementing position. You need to be consistent with your club team. Because as a Sunday, it's not just with Ghana.
You see, the issue is, say, who can club footballer? There should have been players who should even come close to the national team. But anytime, sometimes I don't even want to go hard on club football because there are some players who are not having good time with their club. But when they come to the national team, they explode. And Mutala, I can tell you for a fact, Ghana national team, so most of the great players we've had, they made their name play for the national team. Yeah. Because there was consistent call-up and consistent selection. Asamoah Gyan, everybody in the world remember Asamoah Gyan for being a blaster legend. Club of Asamoah Gyan, you know.
Maybe Kai Krampo, Sunderland, Alain.
Back then, 10 years, 15 years ago, the only superstars we had out in our team, I can mention Michael Essien, Sule Muntari,
Apia,
but they are coming on the national team now. John Pentel was a star for the Ghana team, not because of West Ham, Fulham. John Mensa Blasters, you brought the top 3 defenders in Africa and put him there. So the national team made these players great. Thank you. The national team made these players great. But there was consistency. National team only be available. But so what national team now you are finding difficult to even mention your starting 11 and then the spine. And when I talk about when I talk about a spine, only crown the goalkeeper only say best started with 4 and 5 in defense. In midfielders, only say Kudus and now only with strikers up front. They say you need say Naki Williams so Antoine Semenyo. So at least your new starting 11 at least 7-8 players.
The spine you should know.
Thank you. And when the spine is there, the team is already set.
Qualifiers no more. One person before say some of our best players retiring prematurely. No, why a new person now? A person called long term.
No, but you see, Otuado is not a new person. Otuado has been with the situation. And I believe, say, in his first or bad first time, no, there are a lot of things are on which from. And I also believe, say, Adebako and Manika say, oh, on your ready so budget team after World Cup, and say he wanted to take a sit back and watch things
from afar. After that, can Bernard Mensah be able to take a coach be yourself or consider bringing them?
Time has passed. If their players are more consider more decision. If they are performing, no Philly say, oh, let me even go back and engage them and tell them, you know what, they have a system.
Most players have an issue with the FA, not even the coaches.
Thank you. But then again, you see, but then again, but then again,
he's now even 30.
But don't forget, 35 now. Prove you cannot bet in a you understand? But the thing is, the players must also know that you are not playing for the FA.
Yeah.
You are playing for a coach in the national team. Now, Oga say current players, Oga say Obi on the FA4 near free. I can tell you for a fact, players there are players in the national team who are on the FA Ukraine deal. If they are Alessa Santi Freno, or ticket, or passport number, yeah, book it flight Morocco, Kobo, or find a bag no Kobo, yeah, or no be a Nikasa back to his club. Yeah. You understand? But I mean, the Americans say, will support our national team. But a blaster player, so someone will say, it is not always about the coaching. It will show commitment, kakra. Mutala, commitment is very, very important. Commitment. If you show commitment, Ghanaians will show you love. If for nothing at all, we saw it from the under-20 African Games and the Black Princesses, and even Northampton team, Black Queens, the supporter Ghanaians, and they are this kind of teams are. So they should show commitment. Okay. Felix Roman can Canada can be for and me Fabe 6 calls pe na ma sorry so ewa hano me Fabi Wenka 0201 825 2522 ba no wine titia so e dia ma na yetimi afa dodo na ewa honom. Hello, good afternoon. Dini baby akase free.
Good afternoon. What I am promise.
Promise you call it 10 so.
What I coach, you have a coach already. Our blaster.
I have a coach.
If you have a discussing criteria, sometimes the name of the Harry, let's say, I didn't say young for Bomas or England, and I say young for ball. People don't know something, and I say you need it. Church. Because that someone I am already, so sometimes, more like, you walk on an episode, because, excuse me to go, people are very ignorant. What you must say? They all come already, so I don't know, to my own way. What a black tattoo, you need to have a baby, you need to have a baby.
Okay, that's it. 0201825252 and 0550055522. Obeti my friend now at your dream what the abrobo sunyana. Hello, good afternoon. Dini baby akase free.
Good afternoon.
Yes, boss. Dini baby akase free.
I'm calling from Asitari.
Okay, yeah, let's hear you.
My brother, Ghana football is a main topic we've been discussing about for a very long period of time. But one thing we should know is politics cannot form our national teams. Because at the end of the day, you see this player playing for this person, playing for this person, playing for that person. So if we are not able to look critically at the players, and then those who are competent enough for them to be selected, then we will be going in and coming back, going and coming. You yourself, you can testify about the Black Princesses and then the satellites. Look at the supporters alone. People came from the diaspora, they were watching the game, and then they were happy. You understand? So if we cannot critically look at the players and do the selection, look at our inter-schools to do what is happening to so we should go back. We should go back and pick the stars from the scratch. Brother, thank you very much and God bless you.
Thank you. God bless you too. 0201825252 and 0550055522. Mr. Befa calls by 6 pair. Hello, good afternoon. Dini baby akase free. Sami Yakwe.
No, the big to yourself, only a call work out, and also on building, and now to them, sorry, and I'll call it. This time, no, you may say, never be a window, and I want to answer a call, and this one from the 90s and 1 million, because your money will be a top of the month. Or more than my bed money, I agree. And I said, you're supposed to go from movement to that.
Yes, so it I say bye bye. Ewo honum 0201825252 and 0550055522 for a natural watching. Hello, good afternoon. Dini baby akase free.
Good afternoon, Mutala. No, in fact, I'm in Senegal.
Ano Yankwe.
Mutala, I'm Chiao, a pump for any day, Modern by any, the Neduma, my Jumapa, Nana Fair, Michiao. And then my mama has seen what's there from Europe, which you look at, and I'm here, and they buy Kotoko problem, Kakana. Mutala, now Mokayam, what you say? We are blaming or putting the blame on maybe Sheriff Kra, work like a cannon. And now, yeah, the actually, I want to say, put me into him. I said, hey, and he said, Coach, I now got a regional one. I said, you may feel about cooking a work. And better than another one, you know, Cate, on I got there is no more bonus. No, boy, Sheriff, a coach starts here, I know Monu, and my mom for Casaya, and over born in a fire, and it's a rip of Aquacupla. Then the team collapsed. Team not conform with the second half year Sheriff in Mutala. So they need to play up also, and I put two depend on that player there, and I don't see that coach to be a coach because most of that player for half corners do not Liverpool economy. And the coach is now with another or Kasabi where you know you should work and do it, matter.
Yeah, that's it. Oh, Nyamika 0201-825-252. Akami Nupe Nama sorry so Hanom and hello, good afternoon, Dini baby Akase free.
Good afternoon.
Yes, boss, we didn't baby Akase free. Okay, Yanko boss.
But this you can league one
Pacho League in your FA Cup matches the war.
Okay, I tell you, okay. That's it.
Okay, yes, so yeah, that's it. Me fa back up I sorry so Hanum. It's who will be my last caller. Yanko Fano. Hello, good afternoon, Dini baby Akase free.
Yeah, good afternoon.
Yes, boss, Udini baby Akase free. Nyamina do Pacho Dini baby Akase free. Pacho, oh yeah, my last call until wrap up, mommy, 1 minute.
Oh, Matty. Your friend saying, my mental black studying. Okay, that coach is, you know, I heard below, which are and come out in Papadi. Oh, one more time, can you actually know Uncle Phantom Brown? But your mom buys Bibia and player with us, man. Now, you have to all different destiny. Get better, more maturity. So, woman will have to put. One more into the woman yet doing that will build that car. Woman, I mean, you play maybe born about woman and aggressive woman and play born influence and tell a bear and go for say a moment. And now your friends are my student is your friend Uganda and the 20 teams are on them, not the like a woman. Woman number 10. Me actually doing it. I'm not a born only born for you, Papa, in Canada. The answers are the ball, the phone and off for the ball, and then the friends are telling you to stick with that ball. Oh, I have thank for power on you cheap. That boy, no, I'm not going to my hand. I mean, the friends, the man, a season. Yeah, sure, we need to go to that's a our heart.
Okay. All right. Yeah, that's it. All right. Yeah, that's it. Me focus the be mo kan han ye de be see. Oti Josiah Quaye kan na Dubai. Felix Romack guest e wa hanu mobile wa be che ne nim de ama ye nyina ya TV e wa hanu. Me di Mutala Yakubu metre mu di ma nana dakwaje si. Nyame kan ho onye okese na da onko so china ye be say shia na de wo bia ye de bro. If you say a prayer, say one for the Black Stars because this afternoon they will be in action against Uganda. Bye bye.